It's the PK and DK show.
Please stand by. Stand by. On the air next. Please stand by. Please stand by. Please stand by. On the air next.
It's the PK and DK show. It's all about the internet.
www.pkndk.com. Forget normal.
The PK and DK show. Your average everyday couple fight and make up on YouTube. Welcome to our dysfunctional life.
Hey, all right. Welcome to the PK and Ilya show. What are you doing there? Oh, there, let's bring her fat face up right now. Hey, how you doing? Where you at? Fill everybody in.
Hi, yes, hello. I am in Cancun, Mexico on a work retreat, but I'm still joining live because you guys are my favorite.
Oh, isn't that nice? She also wants to rub it in, right? She's work retreat. Her work is going good is what she's saying. Work's going real good.
Yes, that is correct.
We're sending her on retreat.
She's got to take a vacation from a vacation.
That's right. That's right. We just got back from Europe, which
Yeah.
we're going to be talking about, the Europe trip, which in fact, let me jump right into the point counterpoint right off the gates.
PK and DK's point counterpoint.
Point counterpoint's pretty simple. This is a debate that the Shmeeze and I had. That might not have gotten lost, misplaced, maybe stolen. I don't know. What I do know is that the GoPro that DK was nice enough to get for me.
Of course, yes, for last year's Christmas.
The GoPro might have gone missing. That was $499. Also, this arm, the stabilizer arm that I got.
That was an amazing arm, by the way.
That was nice, dude.
really
You
like
should
that.
see the video that it turned out. Really
Yeah,
nice.
except for it's $359.
Yeah.
But you got it on sale.
I got it on sale. What's up now? Got it on sale. All of it went missing. And I don't know how insurance works, but I wanted to toss this out there on, can I just be like, well, first, can I just say, hey, it got lost in Italy? Does that work like that? If not, can I say like I wanted you to maybe throw a rock through a window of my car, and I could say that somebody just stole that out of my car to get I mean, I'm paying insurance. It's not like I'm just trying to scam the guys.
I'm pretty sure that's insurance fraud no matter which way you do it.
Is it?
I think so.
I mean, only if you have,
what is the
talk about it.
definition of insurance? I mean, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Don't do it.
But I'm paying for the insurance, so when I lose something, shouldn't I be able to get that
Yeah,
something
but I don't
back?
think it's for when you lose something.
Like at all?
No, I think it's like when something insurable, like, you smash your car, you didn't accidentally.
I did smash the car. I'm maybe somebody that when I wasn't looking, smashed the
I
car.
know enough to say that you should not do this.
Has anybody ever, I'm not saying you should or not, but if you have, I'd love to know. You can vote online right now, the point counterpoint. In fact, this is exactly how I phrased the point counterpoint. I said, so I may have lost a grand total of around $800 in electronics on this trip we just got back from.
Maybe.
My question, can I claim that on my insurance? Team PK over here, hell yeah, that's what you're paying for. Team Shmeeze over there, insurance fraud, you're going to jail, son.
PK and DK's point counterpoint.
Who do y'all think the winner is?
Vote on our Facebook page, facebook.com/PK and DK. Online now at www.pkanddk.com.
Go back over to DK.
Hello.
You're in a
Yes.
hotel. You know what I said? You should have some good lighting?
Is this not good?
No, it's great, but you should have had it behind the camera, not facing the camera behind you.
I can't hear.
No, you don't. You're good. You're good. You don't have to. Don't move anything. But I just,
I'm trying. This is look, this is all I can move it.
Well, that's fine. You're good. You're good. How's the resort? How's this?
Oh my God. It's
Brag about your work
absolutely-
going good.
Absolutely.
Let's hear about your work going
fabulous.
great.
It's great. Tell me about your work, my love.
Her work's
Tell me about
going
your
great.
Work. Enough about
Fantastic.
me. What's about you?
Can I tell you
That's
how?
why everyone's joining in. What's going on with you, my love?
A couple of things, man. Have you ever been unemployed?
Oh,
Not-
honey.
No. I mean, only when I wasn't
I was
working.
like,
You couldn't
no.
make something up. You couldn't
never.
say, yeah, man. Yeah,
No,
at
no, I
some
have
point,
not.
you couldn't. Nah, man. Yeah, in fact, never in my life have I ever been unemployed. I'm too good. I've got people just fighting for
That's
me
not
all
true.
the time.
That's not true. I just do bum jobs.
I just feel useless. Like I get up in the morning and then
Aw.
I'm not wired to be able to kiss her goodbye as she goes to work all dressed up. And I'm like, well, I can go back to sleep. I can watch some TV, but like I don't know, like I can't process what. I wonder if that feeling goes away. Anybody in the chat? We're gonna do a roll call here in just a few minutes. Of course,
I got it. I got the roll call.
I was gonna have Shmeeze do the roll call.
Well, fuck Shmeeze. I got it.
Oh, hey, why you dropping up,
going down. Cut her off.
Oh, wow.
No, I love you, boy.
Put it in the chat. Like, does that feeling go away? By the way, if you're podcasting the show, you could podcast the show. You can play the show backwards later. Backwards. You can replay the show later. You can watch this whenever. You can join us live and join the chat, as we hope you do on Wednesdays at this time. www.pkanddk.com. You'll find all the links there. I'm this close to getting done a podcasting app and an app for the Daily F, which Shmeeze contributes to. We blog on the website, and now, like, we can say whatever because it's not like I'm going to be scared about losing my job because that shit already happened. Boom. Boom. There you go.
But may I say,
yes.
there's a lot of people who are in the chat right now because we had an announcement that we were supposed to make, and everybody is joining us, curious what's going on.
Yep.
So thank you, and you will eventually allow people to know what has what happened.
Are you done?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Sorry, no. I'm sorry. Can you guys carry it on for just 2 seconds? I'm just trying.
Of course.
I'm trying to do something.
Denise, how many people are staying in that room?
I hope nobody, bitch. What do you mean by that?
You,
what question is that?
Well, I don't know. There seems to be like double beds going on over there.
It is. It's a double-bedded room with like ocean view, and yeah, it's just myself with like a rainforest shower. I mean,
who?
Yeah, no,
That's
shut your mouth.
It's called rainforest showers.
If you would like,
is that a really tall guy and he climbs up on a balcony or something? And that's a rainforest shower.
That is very incorrect. But no, I mean it's nice. It's nice. But I'm very happy.
I'm almost done, guys.
To be here with you guys. Right. No, it's fine. And if you would like to, PK, we can definitely go to who's up in the chat.
Yeah, I want you to do a little roll call. Why? Because the people must be heard.
Be heard. All right.
So screw it up again. Go ahead.
All right, because up in the chat, so we have Northwest Jeff, we have Horizon 503, Rose, Morphman, Sherelle, Meg, 713, Anita, Manuel, Tyler, Adam, Nest Tex 16, we have Christy, Dr. Sinram number 7, Balcom, and then I have 28 viewers. Are those the anonymous viewers?
That's probably my coworkers waiting for me to talk some smack. You know what I'm saying? Oh, come on now. I forgot I don't have any coworkers.
But Shmeeze, help me out. Those 28 people are the lurkers. So you got to push that button for me.
Sorry. Yeah, I got you right now. Don't say it. I had the camera on you, bro. I don't know what you're about, so I had to put the camera on you to see what you
about that life, man.
What you about that life. You came up with the lurkers theme, so I got to give you some mad respect on that. We were trying to come up with some kind of theme or whatever for the people that just like won't ever log into the chat. So it's the lurkers. It's the lurkers. There you go.
There's no reason to be like silent. Just join us. It's us.
Yeah. I can't really address. I'll just be honest with everybody. I can't really address everything except to say that I really we started the show about 2 years ago now. It actually started on April 1st, which is funny in itself.
It wasn't a joke, but
it just panned out that way. But it started a couple of years ago, and the more that we did it, the more focus. Just being completely honest with everybody, the more focus that I put into it because my heart was there. And then after doing listening back to it, and I just really felt it, and then. We started the Daily F, and then you started contributing. Did you read my little post that I put up on there?
Yes.
I meant that, bro. You really stepped up. You're contributing, and then your articles make me want to blog better. So we have something good going on. I know that. So I've really focused on that, and I'm not on hot anymore. I mean, that's what it is. I don't know what else to say. Like I know people are asking, what happened? It's nothing. It's not like I'm mad. I don't want to call them names. I'm happy. Look, my deal was for like another year. So I'm happy that this happened now because it gives me a chance to focus on what I was going to focus again in the future just now. So, the timing is what it is. And it's weird because it's exciting. It's really exciting. It's very scary. It's kind of there's some aspects that I can't put words on. Like I said, when you leave in the morning and I'm like, oh man, she's going to work. And
What's an odd feeling? Like you haven't had that for a while, right?
I've never had that. I've never had that.
You're up very early every day and you're doing all this shit, and now you don't have to do it. And so you're like, now what do I do?
You know what's nuts is, dude, I saw the sunrise, which I know I do it on the weekends anyway, but like I saw it like on this Monday and then Tuesday, and I'm like, oh, like I dread it when it comes up now. I don't know why. I just, for whatever reason, it just like hits me, and I'm like, well, I should be at work, but I'm not.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
It's like when you skip class or something in college.
Yes!
And you're like, I feel like I should be at this class, but I'm totally cool not being there, but I'm like missing out on the class.
No, so.
And the thing with PK, if you guys can hear me okay.
Yeah, we can.
I mean, you've been such a champ. Like, it's only been 2 days. And you're like, what can I do? What can I do? I need to do this. I'm going to do dinner. And I want to do laundry. I want to do chores. And I'm like, PK, just calm down. Like, you've been insane work for like the last 18 years of your life. Just take a minute. But you're so strong when it comes to all this kind of stuff. So
I don't want too much time. Like I want to make this work, because I know that from all the years in radio, I know that this is something good. Like, I know that this is something good. So I want to make it work. I'm just throwing ideas out there and, working on the website, and we'll see where it goes. But I'm excited. I'm honestly 1,000. This is why I'm not mad, because I'm excited that I can finally focus on this, because this is where I was going anyways. That's it. I mean, that's where I was going. So
might as well do it now.
Yep. Thanks for that contribution, bro. For sure. There you go. I do want to get.
Well, it was your thing. What am I going to be like? Well, here's how I feel about PK not working today. Here's the thing.
What are people? Hey, by the way, do you want to do? What are people saying in the chat? Don't neglect the chat. I know you're in Mexico right now with margaritas in your hand.
No, actually,
your teeth look good. We're gonna talk about that.
Yes. Oh, thanks.
Teeth look real good.
Yeah, the year of the 30 is the best. So going back, oh goodness. DK's cam is on super face mode. That's from Horizon. Thank you. Okay, yeah. It's a bro show tonight from Sherelle. Okay. Are shots required when the chat gets over a certain number of people? Christy does remember.
We can't do shots though. We can't do shots because we're doing the.
You're boring as fuck. All right.
Why are you dropping up bombs? What are you doing?
Trying to live.
Because 45 people is the new high, and every time we had. You guys need to pull that Tito's out of that freezer, which I know is there.
No. You need to stop. You have an alcohol problem. You have an alcohol problem. You do not? Really? We're going to talk about some of the stuff we have coming up on the show. We're going to talk about this Euro trip that we went on. I have a video. We'll stop it and narrate throughout it. But we're going to talk about how we were in an emergency room in Rome. What, you can't say that?
Well, yes, of course, but that was my story to say.
It'd be the greatest story ever told.
Ever. Very embarrassing. That's a big statement as well.
I'm telling you. So I love telling stories, and that's probably like number one. That's my favorite story right now.
Out of all the stories, because you got some crazy stories. Out of all the stories, you think this?
It's my current number one. I mean, they come and go, but this is currently my number one, and probably be so for another, 6 years.
We had to go to the dentist in Florence. Look at that grill, looking fine, fine.
Thank you so much.
We almost lit a neighborhood on fire in Manchester. I got to talk about how people were hating on me over there. I got to talk about how people here thought that I was in jail over there. True. Which never happened. We got to talk about how beer was cheaper in Prague than water.
Very true.
Blew my mind. And again, the loss of the $500 GoPro. And don't forget Prague. We have to talk about Prague and New Year's.
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
Damn, did you come through on that.
That was awesome.
Son, you came through on that.
Yes.
Emails, comments, and tweets. Let's do it right now. Of course, you can send it your emails, comments, and your tweets. You can do it on Facebook. You can do it at pk@thedailyf.com. You can hit us up on Twitter and on Facebook. Big thanks to Jeremy, first and foremost, because before we went on break, Jeremy sent in a huge list of shows, Christmas shows that we should watch. And through that list, we came with the Christmas episode of Always Sunny in Philly, which is our new Christmas tradition.
We watched it like twice.
Yeah, we watched it twice within like 6 hours. It was awesome.
Yeah. That and Home Alone, I think, is our new Christmas tradition. I think so. So big thank you to that. Also, big thanks to Lupe, who sent it saying, just wanted to let you know, a huge fan, sent this in through the website. It sucks I won't be able to hear you in the morning. Anyhow, you and DK have a follower on your page. Hope your New Year's brings you great things. Thank you, Lupe. Really, honestly appreciate that. Ed, what station did you move to? We will miss you. I haven't moved to a station yet. We are talking to a few, which in fact is something that I want to run past everybody. I have a meeting coming up in 20 days. All right? Look at this fat face. Look at this fat neck.
You might want to zoom out a little bit.
Fat love.
Look at this. I look like a thumb. Is this PK? Is this PK? I don't.
Stop it.
So I ran this past you, and you were just sarcastic about it, Shmeeze.
No.
I said, in 20 days, what can I do to lose the most amount of weight, healthy or unhealthy? I need to look flies when I'm saying, when I'm walking through those doors. I need to make the number one impression. I want people to be like, ooh, not just a good voice, but a handsome fella.
I gave you the quickest way to lose weight. That was a good plan. If you do it, you'll lose.
You said not to eat for 3 days. That's not going to happen.
You said healthy or unhealthy. So I told you eat for 3 days, but you straight bulimia it. So you throw up after every single meal. And then for 3 days, you fast. And then the next 3 days, you go back to bulimia. But then also you work out like 3 or 4 times a day. And you only eat veggies. I mean, you might die, but if you're looking for the quickest
you might die.
Well, you said healthy or unhealthy. I know this will work.
All right.
In the chat, 51 people in the chat. Thank you guys. In the chat, in 20 days, has anybody ever done something that lost a lot of weight? If you're just podcasting the show in your car, maybe you just got it plugged in and you're driving and listening to us, hit us up on Twitter, #PK and DK. Is there anything I could do in 20 days to slim a little down?
Ask the wife.
All right. Go ahead, wife.
All right, wife. So black is very slimming. You need to go to a professional place to get a very nice suit, even if you have to rent it.
A big
nice
boy suit?
You can't rent a nice
it's
suit.
not going to be a
That
big
was
boy
terrible.
suit, but the way that the things work, like they'll
Just slim me
trim
up?
everything.
You think?
Yes,
They're going to put a suit on his face?
They will trim everything, and they will.
Bro.
Yes.
What are they going to do with his face?
You
Bro.
need a good
Sorry.
suit.
Bro.
Sorry.
You need a good suit.
What an
I'm
ass.
telling you.
I agree with the suit, though. A good suit will make you look good.
Although I will say, I was thinking about
Maybe a tan. Tan makes you look skinnier.
No, does it?
Tans make you look skinnier.
All right,
tanned up.
I was like, I can
have
go
an
in for some-
audience coming. Okay, I have an audience coming. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna turn you down for a minute. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can get in some lipo stuff or whatever. And then I was like, oh yeah, they can't do anything with the face. There you go. In the chat, John, you're not doing your job, man. Can you
Denise
please
was
go
all
through the
over it.
chat
She
or
yelled at
something?
me when I
Do
said anything.
something,
She yelled
man.
at me. She hates me already. She hates the fact that I'm sitting in the seat talking in her puke microphone.
Yeah, that's true. Did you see how dirty that microphone
Yeah,
is?
she told me she puked all over the place.
Yeah, dude. The dog still licks the carpet
That's
when
what
she puked
she
like a
said,
year
yeah.
ago. All right, in the chat, what do we got? We've got soup enema from Tyler.
Somebody says listen to Megs. What's Megs saying? Water
Megs,
and
what are you
clean
saying?
food.
Water and clean food. That's what you said.
Yeah.
What are you doing the 30-day? What's your thing?
The whole 30, it's like the same thing you did last year. It's just clean food, no sugars.
Yeah, but I don't think
no
in 20
wheat.
days I can have a drastic difference. Do you? I mean, like,
Well, the
I am
thing is-
doing it
the
right
thing
now.
is whole 30, so you're only 10 days shy of 30. So if you do it now, I mean, there's a million different diets or lifestyle changes or whatever you want to do.
I want to
Just
do
one.
I want to change my life after the interview.
Yeah, but this will catapult you into it.
You think so?
Absolutely.
You don't think they're gonna be like, ooh, fat neck? No. Next.
Nothing. I mean, if you're looking for a healthy way to you're not going to die to get there, then you might as well just pick one of those things and just do one. I mean,
Okay.
you can be like a vegan, a vegetarian. You can do Whole 30. You can do Atkins. I'm sure any one of them will do better than just kind of winging it.
But that's what I'm asking. Is like, has anybody again in the chat done it for 20 days and lost a lot of weight? I know Dorian did the Dorian, which I've been talking to a lot. You know what I'm saying? Hint, hint. He said he did the juice diet and lost like 30 pounds in 30 days.
Some stuff works for some people, some doesn't, you know?
What is your friend doing in the background?
Being drunk.
By the way,
So
you guys are
I
wasted.
have my three fabulous
loud.
friends. We have Elena and LaShawn, which LaShawn
What's up,
has
LaShawn?
been so sweet to hang out like the last few times like on the show. So they just wanted to be here and say hello.
Let me talk to LaShawn. I don't want to talk. Let me talk to LaShawn. Is Denise drunk right now?
Hi.
Denise has been lying to me. She's wasted, right?
No,
Yes.
not at all.
Oh, put the camera down. I just saw some cleavage. Put it down. Put the camera down. Come on, for the people.
No.
You got to do something for the people.
Because
Give
the
the people
people
must
must
be
be
heard.
heard.
That's right.
No, we're
Adam
ready
is
for
saying
one
any single-
Wednesday, actually.
Hey, you got some questions in the chat. Adam is saying any single ladies there.
Yes, two.
Oh, there you go.
Why don't you guys slowly, the two of you slowly make your way backwards to that other bed. Sensually caress her hair. This is for the people. Come on.
For the people. Because the people must be heard.
And pleasured.
That's right. That's right. You want to do Wine Wednesday since you have a glass of wine right there?
Absolutely. Yes, please.
Oh, yeah. It's Denise's Wine Wednesday. She don't know nothing about wine except that it make her feel good. Oh, yeah. No credentials. Denise's Wine Wednesday. The following information gonna be pointless. Oh, yeah. She don't even remember the wine tasting she's been to. White girl drunk.
Yes.
All right, what you got, girl?
So this wine came from room service with a plastic over the top so I didn't spill it.
Yeah.
Very
Speak
nice.
on it,
It
girl.
smells like a very deep red
Speak
wine.
on it, girl.
What did the delivery man look like?
What did he look like? Did he ask you for some wine and sausage?
Was he nice and musty?
Just shut
Yeah.
your mouth. You guys are so disgusting.
Did you ask him to come on in?
Did you tip him?
No,
Did you give him
I
a
did.
tip?
I gave him a $5
Or did you take a tip?
Even
Did
though
he
this
leave
is free
satisfied?
wine.
Yes, he did. Very satisfied.
Now tell us about the wine.
Tell us about the wine, girl.
Okay, the wine.
What is the other chick just drinking straight up vodka from a bottle? Gangster.
Oh, wait, he's looking at you.
Yeah. Gangster. This retreat, man. Is there any boys on this retreat? Because now I'm getting kind of worried. Like, do I need to get on a plane?
Is there boys? No, it's not. It's a lot of
Oh, you stuttered there. All right, Cisco. All right. All right. Hey, you got to keep an eye on her for me. All right. The other two ladies, you got to keep an eye on her for me. All right.
One of your working eyes.
Toss the wine back. It's Wine Wednesday. We got to move it forward. Come on now.
All right, we're moving forward. Thank you guys. Many kisses. Thank you all for joining us again. Happy 2016. Happy New Year. We so much appreciate it. I can't wait to be back in the studio next week. Love you guys.
All right, and she's done, folks. Moving on now. Bye. Bye, Felicia.
That's rude.
Nah,
Don't
you're
be
still
an
there.
asshole.
I do want to get into our Europe trip recap. Anything else in the chat that you see?
Yeah, you guys-
People say give up meat, then some people say do not give meat.
Here, I can put
It's a
on
very
my-
contentious topic right now. People getting hate.
Yeah, that's what I was going back and forth with because part of me was like, maybe I should do the Atkins things for 30 days because you can lose like a lot of weight. But then I was like, well, I think, like, here's the thing. And this is something that like really blew my mind. All right. On this European trip, I ate like garbage. Please tell me you're not surprised. I mean, I ate it all.
I mean, we all eat like shit though.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. You're right.
I mean, do you remember when we were trying to take that last picture in Prague at the table?
Oh, and we all
And-
look fat faced.
So we take 30 pictures. 30 pictures, no lie.
No
And
lie.
After every picture, somebody looks at it and is like, oh my God, I look terrible. And the next person says the same thing and so on and so forth. And then we finally realize that the reason that we can't take a good picture is because we're all just fat and looking gross because we've
Fat
been
as
traveling and
fuck.
like shit.
Dude, just,
Yep.
I didn't realize that when I got out of the, until I got out of the car here, when they dropped us off from the Uber from the airport here in Houston. I got out and I looked at everybody. I was like, damn, damn.
I was on the plane trying to put my shoes on.
Yeah.
And I was like clipped in and I was trying to reach my shoes and I was like,
Yeah, me too.
and I was like, who the fuck is wheezing over here? And it's me. I'm the one wheezing.
I
And
know,
was
me
like,
too.
I'm wheezing in a seat. I'm halfway moving right now and I'm wheezing. Awful.
Dude, I was like, when I sat down, I'm like, man, please to God, tell me I don't need a seatbelt extension. Please to God.
Terrible.
The reason is, guys, this Europe trip, like the food there is so cheap, especially in Prague. Literally, we had like, I don't know, man. We sat down for 3 hours. We had nonstop beers and stuff because you kind of have to drink beers there. It's cheaper than the water. It's like 50 cents for a beer or something. So you kind of want to do it. And so you do it all the time. And literally, the bill was $70.
$70.
$70 for 4 people, 3 hours, countless drinks,
And a feast.
a feast. Talk about the feast.
We had a feast. I'm telling. We had like 2 soups, some other type of appetizer. Do we have fried cheese there? I don't know.
Fried cheese.
We had some
Fried cheese with tartar sauce.
Tartar sauce,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
3 different dinners.
we had
like
we had 4 because we had the
Dude.
sausage. We had duck. We had the goulash.
Ooh,
We had 2
Ooh,
sides
goulash
of,
and that red. Wait. Yes.
yeah.
It was all amazing. I just like anytime I hear about red, like that rye bread makes me think of my hair.
Oh yeah. Oh, we got to talk about that too. Write that on your notes. We got to talk about this fool. And
Write
you know
that
what?
shit
Like,
down, Elia.
write that. Say it again, girl.
Rye bread equals.
No,
white
write that
girl
shit down.
hair.
Never mind.
Smelling hair.
No, he did, and it's in the video. You'll see it. And for some reason, like when we landed in Prague was our last city that we went to. It kind of felt like what I think Russia would be like a little bit. Like I'm sure not all of it.
It's closer than the other two countries that we're in.
Is that what it is? Because I was cold, and then I walked into a building, and I was cold again, walking up those steps, and I was like, I think this is what Russia's like. Not saying you guys don't have heat.
There's heat sometimes.
Kind of felt like sometimes. I like how you said that. Kind of felt like that, right?
Clothes.
So he said, let's go do an official, authentic Russian dinner. And I said, yeah, let's do it. So we ended up dining at this restaurant that was in the basement next to a casino.
Yep.
Shady shit, folks.
Yep.
Shady. But honestly, probably one of the best dinners. Not probably. Definitely top 3 best dinners of my life. This dude orders a bottle of vodka, no chasers. He says, we're going to do a bottle of vodka with dinner, right? So we start ordering food. Another place that we ordered, like, I don't know, got 6 dinners or something, and it was like $60 or something. Now, that place was $100 maybe, and we had
but the bottle was like $80.
Yeah.
But then all the food was $20.
And we're talking about food on food on food.
Yeah.
Like second and third helpings of dishes, you know?
Delicious.
So you'll see that in the video coming here in just a few minutes. But so now I'm like, this is what I was getting to. It's like with all that meat that I ate, I still had, and I'm sorry for the descriptions here, but I have to say it because I am so amazed by this. I am convinced that there's something in the food here. I'm 1,000% convinced. My buddy told me this. What's that?
I said, I believe you.
Do you honestly, or you just say
I didn't pipe up when you were talking about your bowel movements, but I was like, totally agree with you.
Dude.
Very normal poops over there.
Oh my God.
When I eat like shit.
Yeah, when I eat like shit over here and I go to the bathroom, like give me a week and I think that I have stuff growing out of my butt. It's like hard to wipe. Like I'm in there for hours. Like I'm like, dude, what the hell is happening? Yeah. I ate like shit over there, and I'm telling you, best poops of my entire life just slid right out.
Fantastic poops.
I think because like. Oh, good Lord.
I had to use that at some point, but yeah. So I don't know if it's like now it's messing with my head. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being honest. It's messing with my head because I'm not the guy that goes and shops for the organic stuff, obviously. Look at me. I left the XL tag on my shirt just to prove to y'all that it's not a double XL shirt. That's right. Yeah.
I was wondering why you left that.
Yeah, because, a lot of people are like, oh, dude, you need double XL. Nah, bitch, I got XL. Still fit in an XL.
Only in Prague.
But so I'm not the healthy kind of shopping kind of dude, but now it's messed with my head. Like, I don't know what to get. I don't know what to buy. I don't want to eat the wrong thing now because I've never experienced that before. And in the beginning, I thought it was a fluke, but we were in Europe for 2 weeks. And for 2 weeks straight, I didn't have one bad poop. What the hell's happening? Denise, how was your poops?
I don't know. Mine were consistent.
Were they like normal?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have anything wrong with them.
Yeah, but the question is, did your poop change from here to there?
No. Ew.
Same poops all the time?
Was it the same poop?
No. Again, it was consistent of what it was in the U.S.
I don't even know why we're asking her. Girls don't poop.
Girls don't. Yeah, that's right. But yours did change.
Yeah, I had good poops.
Blew my mind.
When I do Whole 30, I have great poops all at the same time.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like, it's consistently.
Is it the carbs then? Because Whole 30, you can eat meat.
I don't know what it is.
It's something.
It's not the meat. It's like the clean, there's no bullshit in there. You know what I mean? Like it's regular,
the preservative.
It's regular clean food. There's no sugars. There's no preservatives. There's none of that in it.
I gotta narrow it down. I gotta find out what's messing with my bowels.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, in the chat it says from Christy, our food is poison, chemicals, and all of that. Stephanie Tyser says U.S. food has additives, preservatives, growth hormones, etc. Horizon 503, we have so much stuff in our food. That's why it's good. Meg says that's why I eat veggies and fruit and also bison and a lot of fish and shrimp because there's no preservatives. That's from Grant Share McCarty. Yeah, that's why it's different. Grant Share McCarty, yes. Yeah, Elia and us. Yeah, Grant and Share. Yeah.
Grant and Share.
So, you can join the chat, by the way. Again, if you're listening, if you're podcasting, go to pkndk.com, scroll down, you'll see the chat right there. It is that simple. I do want to do something before getting into our European video, which we'll go through the entire trip. I want to open it up, and Denise, keep an eye on the chat. Write some stuff down if you want to or whatever. And Ilya, will you do the same thing, or Shmeeze?
You got it.
That way, we don't miss the questions. If anybody has any questions, whatever, about anything, put them in the chat. What I can answer, I will. What I can't, obviously, I won't. Because I'm sure a lot of people are tuning in. They got some questions. So I want to give them the opportunity to ask.
You got to ask the question.
Yeah,
in case there's something, because I hate it when we get to the end of the show and I'm like, oh, I forgot to talk about this, or I wanted to say that, or, so whatever questions you have, put it in the chat right now at pkanddk.com.
What's up? You're in the car? Well, plug your phone in and listen live. Get all the details now at www.pkanddk.com. It's the adventures of PK and DK.
Lancaster. I don't even know where that is. And do you know where this is? This is in Mexico. What happened right there?
I don't know. I think it's the consecutive days of drinking.
Is that what it was?
I usually say I don't know. I was going to Mexico.
Oh, is it not me? I can cheer, dance. I'm happy. I can do my Wine Wednesday again if you like.
What are you talking? I need you to be quiet right now.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're going through the video right now, so I need you to be quiet. Try to mute your thing if you can for a little while, all right?
Can you unpause my disgusting face right there, please? Thank you.
You don't have a disgusting face.
I was doing one of these.
Wait, what are you talking? Oh.
There it is.
Okay.
See that? That's alcohol right there. That's why I said Mexico.
Before I play this next part, let me ask: are you mad that I got a tattoo in where were we? Lancaster.
Okay.
Lancaster.
You were in.
Quiet down.
Lancaster.
There you go. Were you mad?
I am not mad by any means at all. You have your own body. You can do whatever you would want to do to your own body. I love Shmeeze, and I'm glad you guys have something that connects you two together.
Well, it's not in the same spot, so I don't know about that.
Hello? I didn't say that. I said that I'm glad you guys have something similar to attach yourself as friends.
All right. How do you feel about the tattoos that we got?
I feel like they're awesome.
I like mine. Okay, that's what I was going to ask you. I didn't know if you had any kind of regrets or what have you.
No, absolutely not.
Will you fill everybody in the tattoo? What is it?
We got the flag from Battle of Gonzales, which is the cannon and the star. It says "Come and take it."
Yep.
Minus the "Come and take it."
Because it's like a Texas symbol.
It's a Texas symbol.
Yeah.
It's also very American-ish because Texas is in America.
And so so you got it, and then Jeff was getting his, and let me just go back to the video just real quick. I think this sets it up here pretty good.
In Russian.
Нет. Yes.
This is about to be dominated. Hair game on point though too.
Good. Yeah.
Doesn't hurt at all.
At all?
Yeah, we get inside this fucking lift.
Look at this beast about to come up on the screen. Look how fat I am. Jesus Christ. Look like a beast whale. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Gee, why are you laughing, bro?
You're the one making the joke.
We came to Lancaster to get tattoos about Texas. Something just doesn't feel right about that.
It's very international.
Very international. And I don't think Jeff is going to even get the tattoo. And I also, here it is. Here's my tattoo, everybody. Look at that. What? Oh, come on. Give them some respect. Are you serious right now? Yes, we are. You want to talk some shit right now? Go ahead.
No, I don't
I colored mine in. Oh, this all the only thing I heard about this whole trip. Oh, you're such a pansy. I colored mine in.
Everybody else heard about this whole trip.
What?
How terribly painful that was. And every time PK would move, he'd go,
that hurt.
Can someone please hand me my seatbelt? Oh,
okay.
I can't move.
No,
all right. So
hold on. That happened right after the tattoo was done, not like the next day. All right.
Start to finish, the whole tattoo might have taken you 6 minutes.
Yeah, it was 6 painful minutes, dude. It was like an angry cat scratching my face. That's what it was. What did you want to say?
So when the whole tattoo thing happened, I already knew you were gonna get one, and I knew Ilya was as well. And then I kept texting you during the day. It's like, PK, what are you getting? What'd you do? And he's never said anything. And then all of a sudden you came, and I was like, PK, show me yours. And then you showed me yours, and I was like, oh, okay.
What does that mean? What does that?
Ilya
oh, okay.
showed me his, and I was like, ow, oh, okay.
What does that mean? What the hell does that mean?
What do you think it means?
And I don't know. It sounds like
how do you not understand when she says "oh"? And then I was like, "oh."
It seems like she's shitting on my tattoo and enjoying yours.
Wait, did you shit on my tattoo?
I mean, why don't you guys compare? You guys still have similar tattoos.
You're muted. I'm going back to the video. Shut your mouth.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to trial number 2, a flying flame balloon.
Already in progress.
Okay, here's where we almost lit the neighborhood on fire.
So pretty.
Wait, oh, hold on. Sorry, guys. I'll skip right over it. All right, here you go.
Dying flame balloon. Already in progress.
This is pretty much our Christmas. The girls are inside drinking. Guys are outside trying to light the neighborhood on fire. Denise doing coke in the bathroom.
Shut the fuck up! That's not true.
Let's not push it this time. Let's just let it go on its own.
By the way, this is like a stormy day with trees everywhere in houses.
To set the scene here, there are very tall, like Christmas-like trees on either side of this fence.
Shit. Yeah.
That we have to clear. Like, it's still not clearing it.
I'm surprised it did somehow. I'm so shocked.
Yeah.
I gotta stop it right here and say this is probably the best way I've ever been woken up on Christmas, and this is the second year in a row that you pulled it off.
Yeah, I gotta wake y'all up somehow, but I can't be rude with it.
And here's the thing, it's like
it's Christmas.
I love the fact that like Christmas morning, and by morning we're talking about like 1 p.m. because we get it the night before. Please believe we get it. So he puts the little Beats pill under the door, he plays the Christmas music, and, wakes up. So I'm cheery, I'm in a Christmas mood. I'm like, oh my God, there it is, Christmas. I go over to Denise, and she's like,
Scrooge.
Yeah, like
Scrooge. Scrooge, I was just tired.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
All right, let me get back to this.
Okay.
This is how we woke up. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, honey.
Can I fill these in? Hey, do you still want orange slices, Joe?
Ladies, what are you making? What's going on over here? Look at this mac and cheese.
Macaroni bake.
What?
And then I'm grilling you your bread.
To Jeff's game. Happy Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing Day.
Happy Boxing Day. Ooh, double fisted. Yes, it's my husband.
Hey, that's kind of sweet, right? When she meets like dudes, she's like, this is my husband. What?
Oh, I finally met Peter Crouch.
What do you want to say?
So,
What do you want to say? Obviously, you got
It's just funny. So
You don't like Peter Crouch?
didn't know.
Obviously, you don't.
So people know where that is. That's in the players' lounge.
Yeah.
Right before the game.
Yeah.
And Peter Crouch, a player, walks in there.
Yeah.
And everybody's just like, "You're cool," because players come in and out of there and they're lounging. And then
She
Denise
was
like,
lounging. Look at him lounging.
Peter Crouch! And she runs
do
over
it.
there.
I don't
And she's
care.
like, "Hi,
It's
Peter
Peter
Crouch! It's me, Denise, and that's my husband."
She did
and
say
he's
that.
like, "Hello, I don't know
Hello.
who you are.
I don't know.
Why are you
Stop
coming
it.
up to me?"
I love Peter. I've watched Peter for a long time since the Premier League
All right, let's figure it out.
established in my head.
By the way, I got to
Love
tell you,
Peter Crouch.
before I keep playing this, what Shmeeze says the best story of all time is on the way here in just about 5-10 minutes.
The best story of all time.
And it's a story that I'm frankly very embarrassed of. It's just one of those painful moments I just have to just go through. And
Hashtag JB, right?
I'll see you on the other side, like Adele says. All right, let's. Happy Boxing Day! How about the timing of catching that? I mean, I was filming the whole game, but still. Bye.
Bye, Felicious. See you later.
Bye.
Everybody in. Smile now. Oh, it's a video.
Make a promise.
All right, let me stop it right here. Because we had some beef right here. This was our last night. The next day we were leaving like at 4 in the morning.
Yep.
And
Correct.
you're usually like a ride or die soldier, but I'm surprised that you didn't go out with us.
It was, we had less than 24 hours in Rome.
Yeah, we got it in Rome. That's where the story comes in, folks.
And so the problem that I had is I knew that, because we'd been drinking all day, and I was of the mindset that I'm going to get it in, get nice and drunk, and go to bed, and then get like 5 hours of sleep, wake up, hit the plane, because there's not going to be any time to sleep in Rome. And so I was like, if I go out, I have no chill when it comes to drinking. Everybody knows that. Especially if we're going out. Like if we're at dinner,
I think she doesn't have any chill.
Yeah, I don't think
like,
either. None of us do.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
She takes it to the next level, though.
Because I would have been like, no, I'm not going to do it. And then you or Denise would have been like, here's some shots. And I'd be like, okay. And then 5 hours later, we're like, shit, we should go to the house. And then we get drunk to the airport. We get drunk to Rome, and then we're like, oh, this is the worst ever. And I didn't want to have the worst ever for only 24 hours.
That makes sense. That makes sense. You were like, you didn't even have like, wait, hold on. I don't know what just happened there. Oh, I think we just lost. Oh, there she is.
Sorry.
You didn't even think about that. You got dressed before like everybody was debating about going out, even though we had a 4 a.m. flight and it's like 10 p.m.
Correct. Yes. I mean, I had a great friend of ours who was excited to go out and show us Manchester and hang out with like the 2 other people. And I didn't want to disappoint. So we went out.
And we did.
And we did. Yeah.
11:30,
yeah.
11:45.
We had fun.
All right.
When everyone's fucking napping their goddamn whole day away in Rome, remember this now. That you wanted to go out tonight for whatever fucking reason to see Manchester.
Baby, get us all up in here. Yeah, are you ready? Landed, and I'm starting to think going out last night at 2 in the morning was a bad idea. Just walking down.
Honey, quiet down or mute your microphone.
Streets in Rome, next to the Vatican, because that's how we do. I bet you the Pope's gonna come out and do mass. What day is today?
Sunday.
Yeah, come on. He's so tiny.
So many windows, and he chooses that one.
That's true. Why the hell did you choose that window?
That's his bedroom, apparently.
Is that it? That's the life, bro.
Like, Sundays
that's
he
the
does
life.
mass out of his bedroom, and then Wednesday he does or something. He does like balcony.
Kind of the same thing, like not working for a radio station. I could do the show from the dining room.
We should just wheel you to the window, and then people can stand down below, and you
like,
can,
hey everybody, welcome to the PK and DK show
Yeah.
with Shmeeze.
Nobody will
be there. It'll just be like, yeah, just.
I can't hear.
Shit.
Around the Colosseum, dum dum dum. What's
When
that?
in Rome, all I care about is wine.
Look at this view. This is the best restaurant eatery ever. The Colosseum subway station quick serve eatery. I added the eatery part in.
Seriously, if you guys ever go there, watch this video again, write down that name and go there. Probably the best view you could possibly ever have at a restaurant.
Colosseum, built in 1912. Actually, I forgot when it was built, but way before then. Hey, do you want to reenact out the Rocky staircase scene?
No.
At all?
Mm-mm.
Hey, do you want to reenact out the Rockies?
No, we're not in Philly.
Hey, do you want to reenact out?
Thanks.
I'll just do it myself. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da,
How beautiful, seriously. These 2 children sucking on the teats of a wolf.
These bitches don't play, they will hit. Fun fact, I don't think pedestrians have the right of way in Rome. I really don't think they do, because I've almost been hitting like 3 times.
You can progressively see my face get fatter.
So pretty.
The lady in the store, I was like, look, you can see her. She goes, oh, Cruella du Monde. Like, she just called you Cruella de Vil.
Let me pause it here, just real quick.
That coat, man.
A couple things. I do love doing this this part like online, just because you could see all that. For the podcasters, my apologies. If you go to 42 minutes into the show on our PK and DK page, you can see all this stuff. But we got to do a better job of describing it for the people just listening.
Absolutely.
We got to keep that in mind. Got to keep that in
Let me
mind.
just paint that last scene for you real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we're walking through the plaza, and Chantel the fourth, she sees these fur coats hanging there, and so she goes and talks to the guy, and we all learned how to say how much is this or hello and goodbye and all this stuff in Italian. And she asks him, and he blabbers back some nonsense, and she doesn't understand what he says, so she walks away and says, "Go find out how much that coat is. I want it." So I look over there, and you see that brown coat to her right?
Right there?
Yep, that's it.
Yep.
So that coat is what I think she's talking about, because the one she has on is absolutely absurd.
Yeah, let me see if I can, I can't. This is about.
That's good. That's perfect. And so I go over there while they're in a little boutique looking at other stuff, and I ask the guy, how much is the brown coat that's hanging next to the coat that she wants? And the guy tells me 70 euros. So I go in there and I say, Chantel, it's 70 euro. She goes, holy shit, I'm buying it. And I was like, well, that's silly, but whatever. And so she goes back out there, and she's trying on that fucking thing.
Horrendous.
It is down to her ankles. The sleeves are like huge, giant.
You can't see her fingers through the sleeves.
No, they're enormous with a giant collar. I mean, this thing.
Cruella de Vil.
The lady that was in the shop with me.
That's what you were saying in this part of the video.
Yeah, it was like,
I give you. Oh, hang on. Fast forward a little bit.
She called her Cruella de Monde.
Yeah.
She started laughing at her, and I was like...
And the whole trip, she's like, that's my one regret, so I didn't buy that coat. I'm like, you can't wear that coat in the U.S. because somebody's going to come up to you and like throw blood on your face.
Yeah.
And then you got to be mad. And then you just don't... Plus, you live in Houston. That's the part I didn't get.
You never do anything. And
would she honestly... You're her roommate. Would she honestly have bought that if it was like not 700 euros?
Yes.
You think so?
Absolutely.
There's no way.
She would have bought it, and then I would have carried it home. She'd be like, I don't know what to do with this thing. And I'm like,
When would you ever wear it in Houston?
Nowhere.
Like,
you would wear it nowhere.
In fact, I looked at, I was looking, because over there it's cold as hell, so I was looking at some jackets. I'm like, I can't really use them in Houston. Little did I know then, or did I? But yeah, let's get back to the video. Plus, the crazy stories coming up here. Oh, actually, we can do it now because the next clip is in Florence. So you got to notice a few things here. From this point on, the video gets really shaky. Could be because I lost my GoPro and stabilizer. All right. I don't black out often. I really don't. But Rome got your boy good. We went out. We had some dinner, some wine. All boys ordering shots on shots on shots. There's shot specials, so we're doing them. Shady bars, too. Maybe somebody roofied me. Shady bars.
I thought about that, but I don't think that's it.
You don't think so?
No. I think the amount of alcohol that we took in a short period after already drinking all day really just ended up hitting you at about 5:30 a.m.
Because we were at 5:30. Dodgy bars. I mean, places. We were drinking till 5:30 in the morning. What time did we leave for Florence? Like 11?
That's what I'm telling you.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
So I didn't, and Chantel did not. I get to a point to where I know that anymore, and I'm going to be in a place where I don't know where I am anymore.
I usually am the same way.
And so I was like, I got to cut this off. And so Chantel and I left. We go back to the hotel, and you guys are like, we're living a great story. That just like back in Manchester, like there's no reason to stop now. Like, let's just keep rolling with it. We're going to keep partying. We're going to keep partying. Fine. You as a good friend, it's your obligation to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. In Manchester, there's a difference. We were going out with friends. Rome, we don't know anybody. It's us two. You obviously know we're plastered. You guys always do that type of thing. Y'all went running in the streets in Lisbon after we already got home and snuck out of the house, went running all over the place. We didn't ever know that happened until y'all told us the next day. Yeah, but this time you knew that we were messed up. Yeah, but I'm just gonna put it on you. Is what I'm saying. I'm not your mom, dude. You gotta do you. Anyway, so what happened was, we go home, we go to bed. I'm sleeping, and it's like a nice drunk sleep to where I've been sleeping for a while now, you know? By the way, Adam in the chat, you're not cute enough to roofie. Thanks, Adam. Thanks, man. In the face. All right. So I'm sleeping. Next thing I know, the door opens up in the hotel room, and it's Denise. And the girl is sobbing, like crocodile tears. I don't know what's going on. The light turns on because they're all like automatic in there, and they're just like, and I was like, what's that? And I look up, and Denise comes in there, and just imagine that everything she says sounds kind of like this. I don't know what's happening. I mean, it was that, but I'm not going to keep it up the whole time. But it was very inaudible, and I was immediately horrified. Now, if I could explain how large her lip was, I can't. Think about Botox, but like explosion Botox. I mean, this top lip was so far out like this that you couldn't see the bottom of her face. I mean, it was huge, right? Additionally, this is so bad. She chipped the front two teeth a little bit. So on this huge lip, it's covering up. So it looks like she has no teeth, which she had teeth. They're just chipped, but it looks like she's missing teeth. And so I sit up and I'm like, what the fuck? And she's now, like, this was after you've been in bed for what, like an hour? Like 2 hours. 2 hours. And I mean cold asleep. All right. Like, and I sit up, and right behind her is the hotel manager. Oh, what did he say? In the room. And he's like, hey, I understand you guys have problems, but please keep it down or I'll have to ask you to leave. And I'm like, huh? And at that point in time, I get a call from our friend in Manchester, and I'm like, what? And he never calls. And so I answered, and I'm like, hello? And he says, bro, PK's in jail. I said, what? And he goes, yeah, bro, he's in jail. I was like, what? This all happened within a minute and a half. So I'm sitting
Well, that's
there.
a way to wake up. By the way, Adam's saying again, holy S, she pulled the gingerbread man. She did. That's what we were talking about. What are the odds that 2 of our friends did the same thing in foreign countries, chipped their teeth? Like, what are those odds?
Yep, exactly. So I have no idea what's going on.
Thanks, Tony. I could see that from PK, by the way. Go ahead.
Chantel has no idea what's going on. So we're trying to ask questions, but Denise is having a very difficult time conveying any logical thought.
Yeah.
So she first starts out, this is my favorite part. She first starts out saying that they grabbed her, they put her in a straitjacket, and they were going to take her to a mental institution. And PK wouldn't let her go to a mental institution, so then they took him away. So I'm like, what? That makes 0 sense. Who is going to take you to a mental institution?
By the way, hand to God, this is 1,000% a legit, not exaggerated, 1-bit story. Hand to the Lord. To kids, to DK's life, hand to hand, whatever.
Yep. So she's going to the insane asylum. We say that can't happen. So then story number 2 comes out for Denise. This time, the police came up and they asked them for their passports. They gave them their passports and they immediately say, what are you guys doing here? And so then they take them both to the police station and they go to interrogate PK and DK in different rooms. Somehow they escape. Somehow Denise makes it back, but PK does not, and they have him in jail. That was story number 2. Story number 3, and first, when she said the second one, I was like, that can't happen because I remember you guys locked up your passports before you left, so there's 0 chance that's the correct story.
What'd she say when you said that?
She said, okay, I might have fallen, and they took me! And, I mean, it's terrible. I felt so bad. I have no idea what's going on. And so they took... So she says she fell, maybe, and then they were trying to take her somewhere, maybe, and then people were yelling, and then they took PK to jail. And so I'm like, all right, PK's in jail, what are we going to do? And literally at that very moment, my phone rings, and it's PK. And I'm like,
wait, hold on, I called you?
You called me.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, hello? And you're like, hey, bro, I need the address to the hotel. And very calm. And I was like, okay, I can find it for you. So I look it up, and I tell you, and you're like, okay, I'm getting a cab. I don't have any money. You got to come downstairs and pay for it. I said, all right, I'll come downstairs. I'll pay for it. So I'm like, Denise, stay in here. Chantel, keep her calm. We can't be yelling because we can't get kicked out. So I grab some money. I go downstairs. PK gets out of a cab. We go inside. And then here we all reconvene in the one hotel room. So we're in there. And we're like, what happened?
All right, this story gets progressively worse right now.
So I say, PK, what happened? How did you get to jail? And he's like, I was never in jail. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess everybody just thought you were in jail. So PK starts with they took our passports. They started asking us questions. They grabbed us both.
So wait, I have the same story.
Yeah.
Maybe they took our passports.
The passports were in your hotel room.
I think they might have taken our wallet maybe, and I thought in my drunken state it was passports.
So then he's like, they took us to the police station. They put us in different rooms. They interrogated Denise, and they kicked her in the face and knocked her teeth out. You see her teeth and look at her lip. And I was like, what? That's impossible. Her teeth aren't even kicked out. They're just chipped at the bottom a little. There's no way. And he was like, no, dude, they did it. And I was like, well, why didn't you come home with her? And he says, because then I had to go back and get vengeance. So PK thinks he's Jason Bourne. He's running around the streets, like evading police and stuff, trying to get vengeance on someone. No idea what he's doing.
I'm sweating so bad right now just saying this story.
And I'm guessing eventually he just gave up and was like, fuck it, I'm coming home.
Dude, all I remember is like, I think we got Denise back here. We lost Denise a little while ago. Yo.
Okay, we're good.
All right, we're talking about your chipped teeth.
Oh, that's the best conversation to begin with.
That's a good way to miss
I
it.
have a fabulous girl.
So, so all right. So at that point, all I remember is that I spent the like an hour. Man, just running from imaginary people in my head, right? And you have to understand.
You think you're Jason Bourne?
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't think I was Jason Bourne. I just thought I was trying to.
You thought you were Jason Bourne.
So I remember, I don't remember a lot of my running, but I felt it for like the entire time. Up until we landed here in Houston, my feet were like just a week and a half that were just in pain. But I do remember like it's.
All right, you want me to tell you the real story?
No, shut your mouth. I went at an intersection, right? And I looked down like 4 a.m, so there's nobody out there in Rome. I looked down to my left and I'm like, all right, I don't see anything I can hide in case they roll up on me when I'm halfway down this road. But over there, I see some cars. So I'm going to run to the car, duck behind it, and go across the street and hide behind that tree. And then I'm going to try to hail down a cab and jump quickly in the cab and tell them to go. and tell them directions like after we left.
Amazing. And
no one believes me when I tell. Nobody believes this story when I say that, but this is real life. This is what really happened in your my mind.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I thought happened.
So the best is we all reconvene back in our room and we're like, all right, guys, what's going on? Who knows what's going on? And PK's like, look, we got to get out of here. And I was like, get out of what? And he was like, we got to get out of this country. We got to go back to America. They're coming for us. And I was like, who's coming for us? And he's like, they're coming. They're coming for us. They're going to find us. We got to get out of here. And I was like, bro, it's 5:30 in the morning. It's cold outside. We still have like a week and a half to go. Like, I'm not going home, and neither are you. That's a terrible idea. And you're like, all right, but we can't stay here. And I said, all right, here's what we'll do.
I'm glad we didn't go home, by the way. Thanks for talking me down on that.
Yeah,
thank God.
you. Like, I was like, I'm going back to Portland. I want to go home.
I would have missed the. And yeah, she was on board with going home. You were saying the same thing.
Of course.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the hell was
You
happening.
guys thought you had, like-
back to because before you guys had this conversation, like you guys didn't see me, and this is all about me, by the way. It was, but I had an incident when I tripped on accident.
Hold on, we're getting to that. Shut your mouth. We're getting to that. We're getting to that. So go on.
So then I'm like, all right, fine. PK's like, I'm not staying in my room. I'm gonna stay in the floor of this room. And we're
in your room, yeah, because you were next to a fire exit. So I was thinking in my head, if I hear him pounding down the hall in my room, I'm out.
So I was like, fine, let's go get your stuff. So we go back.
I could work for the CIA. Is what I'm saying.
It's Jason Bourne. Yeah. So we go back.
Or they're
we go
still
back to their
looking
room.
for us, and this podcast will help them find us.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And we go back to grab his stuff, and I was like, all right, PK. And he's like quickly grabbing all his shit. I'm like, could there be a chance that Denise, that's known for tripping and falling a lot, actually tripped and fell? And the people that were trying to take her to the insane asylum was really people that were trying to take her to the hospital, and the people that were trying to grab you were just asking you questions. Because Italians sometimes are like, they could be like, would you like another piece of cheesecake? But it's like, a piece of cheesecake. You know, it's like, oh shit. And maybe you're just really drunk. And PK, I swear to God, he goes, So then he's like, I'm still not staying in this room. And I was like, fine, take your shit, go to the other room, and I'll stay in this room. And I'll stay in this one. And he goes, yeah, bro, but what are you going to do whenever they come in here looking for me? And I said, I'm going to tell them I'm not you. I said, I'm going to tell them I'm not you. And that's it. And he was like, all right, let's do that.
So I think, like, when did you actually put together that you fell? Because you said that, like, the next...
She mentioned it in the room.
Oh, she did?
Out of her 15 stories. I did. That's when I one of her 15 stories, she was like, and then maybe I fell, but I don't know. And I kind of got up in my face, and I don't know.
Because I do remember this. I do remember I was in the hospital, and I had, like, 7 or 8 Italian cops. And just like you were doing, like, do your Italian cop thing. Blah, 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 blah.
What do you do?
And they're all at once, right? They won't let me see DK. They won't let me see her. They take my stuff, and I'm sitting there, and I'm surrounded, and they're just yelling at me. And I'm like, I don't speak English. I don't know what you're saying. So I do remember that.
So what I recall is obviously like the hurt of the fall, and then for some reason somebody helped pick us up and then put us in an ambulance and then rushed us to the emergency room in Rome, and then from there they immediately put me into like the ER or something, and then they took you away from me, and there was like 8 different like Italian officers. And it's like crazy because I was here like waiting for you in the triage area, yet I could see you and I was like, I want PK. I want, like, my husband, I want PK. But they would never, because they thought you had done injury to me. So that's why.
Yeah, that happens.
Like,
I can't tell you how many times it's happened to me. That's happened in the States. I can't tell you how many times, because every time she gets hurt, of course, I run her to the emergency room, and they always put me in another room, and I can see them asking. They don't even do the courtesy of like putting me in a room without the window, but you can see the guy leaning over. Are you okay? Are you really okay though? Are you really okay? So imagine that's happening in a foreign country, and they think that I did something, so they're all yelling. So I don't know. Somehow in my head, I put together that maybe they did that to her. So then I jumped out of a cab on the way back to go get my vengeance. By the way, Megs is saying that people must be heard. Raymond said PK needs to get a tattoo with the word vengeance now. All the seal laughs from Megs. LMAO, the great PK impression from Christy. It was ISIS. It was ISIS, and damn, bro, you might have been slipped a little something. That's a trip, not just a booze.
No, we weren't flipped something. No, what I will tell you is like we went to a bar and what they had were like free cheap shots or something, and we all did. Like it was like chili,
we drank
tequila, or vodka or
lot.
something, and then like chocolate Curaçao or something over it, and we just kept doing those. And I
Let me
think
say
that's
this
what it
too.
was.
You know what the worst part of all this was? So in my Jason Bourne time, when I thought that like I was being chased by the invisible militia of Italy, apparently, because it wasn't just a guy. Like I was feeling like there's a lot of people looking for me right now. You know, like I'm in a country and I had to get out.
They had an APB for PK.
Yeah, you thought so too, right?
You and I were both. We
Be
were
on the
like
lookout
holding
for
hands, like
Greek-looking American.
driving through like bushes and like behind cars, and yeah.
So here's the thing. So so during that run, I call like everybody, right? Because I'm thinking I'm gonna get nabbed, and now I'm gonna end up like the chick that was spent years in Italy, in prison.
Except she murdered somebody.
I kept making jokes about her, so I think when I was drunk, it was deep down in my subconscious. Yeah, Amanda Knox. So I'm like, oh shit, these motherfuckers got Amanda Knox, your boy. So I called everybody.
Right.
Like the emergency contacts you have, you know, everybody's got a couple of people you never call, but like when that time comes, those are the people you call. I called those people. And it's good to know that those people had my back. My buddy Lars called everybody. Everybody.
Yes,
He called the radio station here, and they're like, yeah, he's not employed here anymore. He was like, oh, okay. He called everybody. But that's what I want. In a time of need, I need people to step up to the plate. My buddy Jeff, he was on it. He answered the phone.
He sent me a voicemail.
No, please tell me you don't have it.
Yeah, I have it.
No, you have my drunken voicemail?
He's like, PK's in jail. PK's in jail. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Oh my God, I hope this works.
I'm gonna give him a second to bring it up. Let me fast forward a little bit. All right. So we go to bed. We wake up. We're sober now. I think we're sober because the night before, like all the adrenaline, what have you. We get on the train. You do have it?
This is
fuck. How bad is it?
This is P. I don't remember it. This is PK reading his last rites.
What?
This is you. This is you leaving a voicemail on his phone.
Oh.
This is the first hearing here.
I love you. If I go missing, it's not an accident.
If I go missing, it's not an accident. It just said, bro, I love you. If I go missing, it's not an accident.
Oh, fuck. Oh, God.
Play it again.
Oh, man. This is so bad.
I love you. If I go missing, it's not an accident. Seriously. Jeff. Seriously.
I don't even know what you're saying there.
Seriously, Jeff. Seriously. Oh, God damn.
Oh, no. But we have to give... I want to give thanks to everybody except Shmeeze, because I even like did the emergency like message to him, called him 22 times, but his phone was
I
off.
effectively saved all your lives that night.
He saved the life, you know. He came down and paid the cab.
Y'all were going to go run around the streets of Italy afterwards with your bags and try to find a way home.
Oh, we were?
Yeah.
That's where y'all were trying to leave at 5:30. Where do you think you were going to go?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all probably went outside like scraping on walls and like, dig a tunnel, we're getting in here. They'll never find us down that way. And then, see, can I make an observational thing about the two of you?
Uh-huh.
You guys are great, but you really feed off of each other when it comes to situations such as this. And let me give you an example, if I may, to kind of to parallel. I feel like if let's say DK stubs her toe, and she says, "Damn, PK, my toe really hurts," and PK go, "Oh man, that toe looks pretty bad." And she goes, "Really? You think my toe hurts?" And PK said, "Yeah, that toe was really hurting. Are you sure that hurts that much?" And she go, "Yeah, it really does hurt." And PK's gonna be like, "Oh my God, are you really gonna be okay?" And she's gonna be like, "I don't know, am I gonna be okay?" And he's like, "I don't know, maybe you're gonna have to get a cop." She's like, "Fuck, take me to the hospital right now!" And he's like, "Oh my God, why are we in the hospital?" And you just like stab the toe. It's like each one of you just elevates the other nonstop until it's like everything's on fire. You know, so she probably fell and she was like, "Oh, this hurts." And PK was like, "Look at your face!" And she was like, "Oh my God!" You know, and they were like, "We're gonna take you to the hospital." And he's like, "No, don't take her." And he's like, "I shouldn't go." And so like,
Oh God!
You guys just feed off each other.
We gotta be better about it. We gotta be
better. Yes,
Yeah.
but look, my
Steph-
grills are better than they've ever been before.
Steph goes, Lars Larson. Yes, that's the one. I mean, like,
grill.
that's the dude that would have my back if something happened. So that's the dude that I called. So let's fast forward. Let's fast forward to this because this is pretty embarrassing as well. So Florence, we check in, and the first order of business, we did Airbnbs everywhere. So literally, what was the price again? What was the price of this whole Europe trip?
Cheap. I think it was $325 each for 3 B&Bs.
For 3, we were talking about under $400 for 2 weeks in Europe, or like a week and a half in Europe, right?
Yep.
That's how you do Europe, by the way, on the cheap. You just get some really good friends that won't leave you out there in the middle of the night in Rome, and you go, right? So we go to Florence. We find her a doctor, emergency doctor. He had to come in, right, on his day off. We walk down there.
It's New Year's Eve. Or that wasn't New Year's Eve.
It was the day before, right?
No, it was the 28th of December.
Yeah, I was off.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So I don't know how much you want to say about the dentist, so I'll leave that up to you. But so we walk in, and immediately, like, there's 2 chicks, right? And I'm kind of drowsy, and I'm worried about DK, and I'm like, oh man, I hope that they can fix or do something here or whatever. So I don't process the nasty looks that I got from all the lady receptionists, and there was 3 of them, right? And they're all like just mean mugging me until we finally went into the room, and I'm like, oh my God, they think that I did something again.
That's and then unfortunately for you, because you are the man and I'm the woman, people always think like when I have a busted lip, I literally looked like Kylie Jenner with the,
Yeah.
the lip. I was like this fat without like.
We got it. We got it.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you,
anyway.
like that's how I live my life, just by getting nasty looks. And like, so during the procedure, I had to go to the bathroom. So I leave to go to the bathroom. What does the doctor or the dentist say to you?
Are you okay? He goes, he like holds my arm and he goes, are you okay? And I said, yes, thank you. I'm fine. Like thinking like it's about like the procedure, about like the 4 like shots that he literally like threw in like my mouth. But no, he was asking if I was okay for me. I was like, no offense to PK, but look at me.
What does that mean?
Look at me.
I could.
And then look at him.
If I needed to.
I'll beat his ass. Yeah, no, man, I'm telling you, all the time I get that, all the time. So, so we're in there, and it was amazing. Like the whole procedure was like 600 euros, I think, which over at the States.
Crazy.
Your roommate is a dental assistant. She said it would be 2,500 here.
Yep.
What are you saying?
It was 100 euros for having him called in. It was another 200 euros for the root canal.
Root canal.
And then it was 150 per tooth he had to like patch up.
All right. There you go. So far we've got a hospital visit in Rome. Talk about living a great story, right? It doesn't have to be a great story, like you said. It just has to be a story.
I mean, that is a great story.
I mean, live a great story. That's the motto of the show. So hospital in Rome. We had dental work in Florence. People just mean mugging me the entire like week and a half after, even like in Florence when we're walking down the street, to the point that there was 4 of us. There was Chantel, Shmeeze, Denise, and myself. Like I was trying to like put some space so they thought that he was the wife beater because you know what I'm saying? Like,
you dog.
So yeah, it was a pretty good upturn from there though. Like I think after that we were pretty kosher. We were pretty good.
It was just a trial, a test.
What else do we should be? Let me go back to the video a little bit. Is there? I mean, one sec. Let me bring this bad boy up real quick. I'm trying to think of like what other kind of. Is there any other parts of the story or anything in the chat? Go ahead. Come on, guys. There's 2 of you. What? You're like. You're like the
Megs is funny. She says, I bet onlookers were like, stupid Americans.
Oh, for sure.
What happened probably would be comedic.
Hang on, honey.
I know what you're doing. You back up.
All right, so at this point, we're in Florence.
You got a small penis. Trying to get a better angle of the tiny penis. It's tiny. Every fucking market, 10 minutes have been buying scarves and cheap jewelry.
Need more scarves.
Nice suit.
Who's that lady wearing? If you ever go to Florence, get to the steps. I don't know what the fuck the steps are, but where are the steps?
It's the Michelangelo's Plaza.
Best view of Florence right there.
More dogs. Every time she sees one, gotta put the dogs. This area is cute. Cute area. Cute. Not cute. Look at this castle. Man, I wish I was like an emperor back in the day. I could do like public executions over there and laugh from up there. Oh, that'd be awesome. Not gonna lie, probably the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Next to my chicken.
Nobody calls me chicken.
Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. Look.
What's that place called? You remember? Oh my God, was it damn good.
It's basically Mario's Restaurants, but it's like Tortilla Mario.
Yeah. So then, of course, the following night, we haven't learned our lesson. That's dentistry night. We still go out drinking till 1.
Florence, it's like 1 in the morning, man.
Honey, shut your mouth.
Drinking champagne. Yeah, in this episode of PK Cribs, I give you a little tour of my summer place. One of my smaller homes, you know, for me and the boys. It'd be just chill. Oh, shit, I almost. Yeah, that's my theater room right there. This is my, like, you know, 200 bedrooms for my boys. Kitchen's over there. You know, it's not really my second home. In fact, because I was doing that video out here, it's past 4 and now we can't even get in.
In Czech Republic or Denmark or Holland, I really don't know. Up we're in Prague.
Kiki! Italian Kiki!
Not Italy.
Anyone got the time? Don't need it. We're not in Italy.
This is what I want to talk about, right? So he gets on me all the time because he's like, oh, you're such a baby when it comes to fireworks. I don't understand how that's not a rational fear, by the way, right? Of like fireworks going off about 5 feet from you, no fucks given. Like city, this. In fact, part of me actually appreciates it because here in the U.S., like the Houston fireworks that they have here, I was so disappointed. Our apartment, it faces downtown. So the one thing, like for 4th of July, we always go visit one of our buddies back in Oregon, right? So we've always missed the fireworks show. So finally this year, we caught a fireworks show that they had downtown, and it's like the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. They go up like, I don't know, 10 feet or something. It's like just, it's nothing. Nothing. And then you see something like this in Prague, like what, 5 feet from you?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Holy fuck. God damn.
That's not the city, by the way. That's people.
Yeah, it's a free-for-all.
I never saw the city fireworks, by the way.
They don't have them because people got better.
They have fireworks.
Yeah, that's true.
They have fireworks the day after New Year's.
Who does?
Prague.
Well, we didn't even see them.
Nah.
No bucks. None. Zero.
So then we went up to we're just running down, by the way, for the people that just joined us. We're running down the European trip that we just got back from. This is Shmeeze from the website. We do a lot of blogging. Running her mouth here is DK, who doesn't know that we're on doing a show.
I'm here. I'm live. And I have my 2 best friends right here.
Oh my God.
LaShawn and Elena.
Good
Look,
God.
you guys have heard from
God.
LaShawn before. And Elena's stories we've shared as well.
Okay,
yes.
all right. Okay, I'm turning you off. So anything else that comes to mind from this trip you want to talk about?
The New Year's in Prague was awesome.
New Year's in Prague, yeah. Definitely do New Year's in Prague.
I don't know how all those things fell into place perfectly, but...
That's the 3rd time that's happened for me. I never, you know me, I never make plans. So I ever make plans? You guys get mad that I don't make plans.
No, but...
I like to be surprised. So like even the plans that you guys make, I don't even read. I just kind of skim them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh crap, we're going where? I didn't even know we're going to Prague. Well, Prague I knew, but I didn't know we're going to Florence until like, you know, I'm like, cool. How are we getting there? Oh, there's a train. What? And he's like, I told you. I don't know how many times you want me to tell you, but I told you. But it was fun. It was a good time, and you know, like I like to be surprised.
It was awesome. This is definitely my favorite trip so far.
Yeah.
Food experience and scenery wise, it was badass. Awesome.
Let's see. Denise just telling everybody she loves them drunkenly in the chat. DK, wine hit you hard. LOL from Megs. Tyler Shmeeze's favorite thing in the world is planning. Yeah, Tyler, I'm not. I got to be honest. I just like to go with it. But again, going back to the New Year's thing, 3 years in a row I've had just kind of like winged it, and it's always worked. The one time in London, I went up to like this one place and just told him I was on a list, and he fumbled a little bit. He was like, okay, go right in. The charge was like $350 a person. And they just let us right in. We got up to the top, 30th floor. We met some American couple that like their friend didn't show up, so they went home, gave us their table with bottle service. The entire night cost us like $50. Why? Because we winged it. Gotta wing things, man. Sometimes you gotta just go with the flow, bro.
I feel like you should wing half of it. Like if the place Duplex that we went.
Yeah.
I bet if we went there an hour later, they wouldn't even let us in.
You don't think so?
No, because it was packed in there.
That's true. That's true.
And everywhere it was sold out, except they let 200 tickets go at the door. That's why we went there right at 10 so we can get one of the 200 tickets.
Okay.
Because let's say we didn't get in there and then we'd just be on the street with shit popping off. It wouldn't have been as cool as being eye level with all the fireworks and having a club going bonkers and drinking vodka downstairs or upstairs.
That's pretty fair. I'll give you that. In fact, I think I do have that clip as well. And it started snowing too.
At midnight.
Yeah, how cool was that? It started snowing at midnight.
Happy New Year's, everybody!
Look at
all those fireworks.
That was probably the coolest thing ever. Because you don't see it, but like behind the building, the entire city was popping off.
Yeah, everywhere.
By the way, if you're podcasting, it's an hour, 15 minutes into the show. You can watch it on YouTube.
2015,
that was a pretty kind of so-so moment for me because I'm like, by 2015, I'm excited for all that nonsense to be done. But at the same time, it's like, ooh, 2016, man, I hope it's going to be a good year.
Well, just don't plan anything. It'll turn out fine.
I know. That's what you look at me. I didn't plan a damn thing. I'm unemployed, just hanging out. Ha! By the way, if I didn't get to your questions that I asked earlier on the show, throw them in there again for me, please. And I'm gonna, since they didn't really keep an eye in the chat,
I kept eyes.
Did you remember any of the questions?
There were no. I didn't see any relevant questions.
Okay, if you guys do have any relevant questions, I'd like to answer those. So put them in there at pkanddk.com. You put great things in the world, and you get great things back from Steph. I agree with that. In fact, that happened to us when we were just again winging it. Didn't know what to do. We're like, let's get on a boat. So we're walking down. We ask like a random guy, or a random guy's like, "You guys want a boat ride?" And we're like, "Yeah, how much?" He was like $10 a person. We jump on a boat. Then which we thought was the boat that's going to take us out. Little did we know, like on the other side of the boat, there was another boat that they put us on. So then we walked through that one and got on a smaller boat. And then they took us like up and down Prague, the river. Nobody on this thing.
Just us.
Just us having like
that was awesome.
A boat party.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty much the video. You can watch the whole video. I have it online at thedailyf.com. Also, speaking of thedailyf.com, apologies. I have been a little slacking on it only because I wanted to get the memo out there of what we're doing, and I wanted to edit that down. I'll get back on it. And good job for you for posting a bunch of stuff. I appreciate that. I wasn't even going to shake your hand. I was just going to say it like that.
I'll shake hands.
There you go.
But that's something else. For those of you that obviously were fans of mine here in the morning, we'd love for you to join us Wednesdays at this time is when we do the show every Wednesday, and we can always podcast it. If you can't watch it, you can listen to it at work. You can watch replays or what have you. Usually DK isn't as drunk as he's in the studio, but yeah, and you can watch like older shows and stuff. And I'm thinking about possibly doing something daily. I don't know. I'm kicking around some ideas because again, a lot of stuff goes into putting this on. Anything? What do you have on your notes?
I have ruined body with Z-Pack and Denise's hair arrow smelling.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Let me go. In fact, I was talking about the boat. Here's the boat that I was telling you that story, and then we're gonna get to the smelling of Denise's hair.
We might get on a boat. Who knows? I don't. Oh, we are doing a boat cruise. Oh. The old boat switcheroo.
We just walked through 3 boats to get onto this boat, and each time they got incrementally smaller and smaller and smaller until we're on this one.
Boat party! Woo! How many? Look, it's packed. They ain't got seats.
Let's go really fast.
Look, you don't even have seats.
Not even up top.
Look at that. Suckers! This is about as Russian as our experience gets.
Yeah, this is what I want to talk about. But first, let me get to some of the questions that are coming up. Did you know you're going to be unemployed before you left for vacation? Yes. I actually knew the day before because, I got the standard, hey, will you see me before going on vacation? And this ain't my first rodeo, as they say. Hold on.
Oh, nice.
Now, come on.
That was good.
So, like, when I got that, I'm like, yeah, pretty much know what's going on there. So, and then I was thinking about this, and I don't know, you can answer this as well. Would you rather know that you're going to be unemployed before or after the vacation? It's kind of a toss-up. It's kind of a toss-up. I think before, because then you can still have a good time and kind of watch your finances, but at the same time, it definitely puts a damper on it. Unless you can...
The finances, you definitely have a point, because, you know, if you go in there and just ball out, and then they're like, hey, you don't have a job, and you're like, oh, shit, I just spent all my money.
God damn, why didn't you tell me before?
Yeah.
But on the other hand, it's like...
hanging over you.
Yeah, the entire time it was hanging over me. But, you know, and this is why I also knew that it was, that I'm not mad and that I'm happy that it happened, because as much as it was hanging over me, it was also a huge relief. So I was like, all right, cool. So it was hanging over me, but I also got to enjoy the trip a little more. Like, we were kicking around the idea of, like, maybe going to Iceland. I was actually dead serious on that. I don't think you were.
Me
but
too, 100%.
Are you serious? Why don't you fucking tell me that?
I did. I was like, I will go to Iceland.
God damn it. We could have gone to Iceland?
I will go to Iceland. We could have gone for like 2 days. We could have spent the same amount of money and just gone to Iceland for a day or two.
I thought you were 100% kidding.
No. Well, Denise wouldn't let you go. She'd kill you.
Yeah,
even though she's in Cancun now.
So, Megs is saying I should do a something daily 4 to 8 a.m. I kind of want to do something in the morning for sure, but again, you just don't understand like how much work goes into doing like an actual setting everything, not just the prep, but setting everything up and actually pulling it off to be. If I were to do it, I want it to be good. Denise has to go to work, so like, you know, if it's just me, I don't know that it would be as good. But I'm kicking around some ideas, possibly. So definitely bear with me and PK and DK on our Facebook page, My President PK on Facebook, and obviously like on the Daily F, I'll have like all those updates as soon as I can decide exactly what it is that we're going to do. They were camping his style. Let's see, boats and hoes for sure. Daily shows would be awesome from Raymond. Yes. PK and Shmeeze going out and having a guy night. No, because we're doing the diet thing now. And listen to me, I've got this like death cold happening. If it was early, I could join every day. Yeah, man, a lot of people are saying that. I don't know. Maybe I should like kick around the idea. Maybe.
I mean, you can just do podcasts and people can listen whenever they want.
Yeah,
like,
I know, but there's something like, this is why I love this. Like the problem that you have with radio is sometimes like, I can't just stop and say, all right, let's see. Is Duran part of the new, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm reading. I do that on the radio. People are like, you know?
I know.
What was I saying? Something about morning.
I was telling you podcast, and then you were talking about doing.
Oh, but that's what I'm saying. I'm like, so when I would like to do the podcast, it's like, because I want to bring everybody in. So I think when you just podcast, I feel like it's not as good.
Well, I agree with that. So if you keep the Wednesday show,
yeah,
do some podcasts that people can listen to whenever they want that aren't hours long, right? So like as they're going to work or whatever, there's a 30-minute clip here, a 30-minute clip there that they could listen to at their own leisure.
Yeah, you think?
You know what I mean? Because like if you have a topic, and you're like, this is what we're going to talk about, or whatever, and then just have like a series of 6 things to talk about or something. I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Because you can still do this.
Well, yeah, but the other thing I was thinking about is maybe doing this like more often, maybe picking a couple more days to do this, or like, I don't know. I got to brainstorm a little more. Because I want to make sure that whatever happens is decent and it's good, you know?
Yep.
So, plus I don't want to take away from the blog, because I feel like our blog is pretty kick-ass.
Top notch, I would say.
Top notch. Honestly, anything you do, your fans will follow you. Oh, thanks, Steph. That's a good idea. Shmeeze from Tony.
Tony knows what's up.
Yeah. What were you gonna say before I went to the comments? Did you have something there?
I don't think so.
All right, let's move on to the Russian dinner. By the way, this was your idea that you just.
I don't know how it came up. We were talking about how the food in the Czech Republic is kind of similar to Russian food, and we're walking somewhere. I think actually Chantel said we should see if there's a good Russian. Oh, so Prague is like overrun with Ruskies. There's Ruskies everywhere, thousands of them.
But that's Russian people.
There's Russian people
everywhere. And by the way, Shmeeze is from Russia.
Yeah,
just so you know.
It's not a bad word. Ruski's not bad. But anyway,
I don't know what that means. No, plus I was just telling me. Okay,
we're good.
All right, Conrad, go ahead.
Anyway, there's Russians everywhere, and so we're like, there's got to be a delicious Russian food restaurant somewhere that we don't really have in Houston, which is very odd. So we found one, and it was in a casino, kind of. It was right outside of a casino, and I think it was kind of like a smuggling ring for whatever. But
yeah,
anyway,
you
we
think?
went in there, but we had a.
Hey, do you think the waitress that we had, like,
she was like,
she was scared to do anything?
Help me.
Yeah, she was, right? Okay, I thought
she's like, she's spelling help in the mashed potatoes and like sliding it over.
You're about to see this place. We're not exaggerating. And honestly, I wish I had more clips from it, but like, we're the only people in there. There's a sliding glass door to a casino where there's nobody gambling.
Nope.
And the waitress, big eyes, and just like looks scared. So we knew it was a spot. We're like, yo, they got to have some authentic food. And was it not delicious?
No, they're all Russians, and so even the cooks were Russian. I asked them. So we just started ordering Russian stuff, having a
Vodka
real Russian meal.
Dinner. That's it. No chasers, just water. In fact, we are not at a casino.
Here's a casino.
We're at dinner. Russian dinner with vodka. We're doing shots.
Na zdrowie.
Incredible drinks.
We all
How
got.
do you say cheers again?
Na zdrowie.
Yeah, like the table behind us and all that stuff, empty. I'm telling you. But again, like awesome. It was just awesome. You got to kind of have to do that stuff because I feel like all the touristy people, they're doing the touristy stuff. You know, nobody's really going to the hospital.
Nobody's going to the Russian casino. That's for damn
Nobody's
sure.
going to a Russian casino. Nobody's getting root canals. Nobody's going to the hospital.
Gotta get a root canal.
You know, nobody's running Jason Bourne style down the street saying that if I went missing, that it's not an accident. Is that what I said?
Yeah, believe me, it's not an accident.
Can you bring that up again? I'm so glad that
I go missing. Sorry.
I kind of do remember leaving that message. Go ahead and play.
Because, you know, I love you. If I go missing, it's not an accident. Seriously.
Seriously.
Yes.
Seriously.
PK and DK's Point Counterpoint.
Of course, you can vote online for our point counterpoint. That'd be much appreciated. We'll have results next week, which is about the GoPro that I lost, which happened. I lost that night. I think the cops took it.
I think you threw it at him.
You're like, take this, cop! Take it! And my question is, can I put that on the insurance? Has anybody ever lost something and put it on the insurance? Does it work that way? I don't want to go to jail, obviously.
Maybe there's an insurance agent in there somewhere.
You're saying that it's insurance fraud?
I mean, if I had to guess what insurance fraud is, it would be that.
Why am I not? What am I paying for? Answer me that. What am I paying for?
I don't know. What insurance are you talking about?
Like the home insurance.
But you're not in your home. You're nowhere near your home. So,
but if Denise loses her wedding ring, that's covered, right?
I have no idea. I don't have home insurance.
You don't?
Well, I rent. I don't
so
have
do I.
insurance.
They make me do home insurance.
Oh, they do here. I don't give a shit. The house is a piece of shit.
Well, aren't you a hardo?
No, that house sucks. So like if it goes down, I'm grabbing the dog and I'm out.
Yeah. I don't know how that works, so I don't want to go to jail, but you can vote online and just kind of, have you or have you not, or like, is it a bad thing? Or it's like, because, I've been paying for like, I don't know how many years. I've never used it. I don't feel like it's insurance fraud. If I finally use something I've been paying for years.
Yeah, but I don't think it applies.
Upon years?
Like if you lose something if something happens in the home because of.
What if we happen to lose it in the home?
Like if it floods.
Oh my God, it flooded.
If this whole thing floods.
What if it fell in the toilet? Somebody.
But they're going to ask for it, I feel like.
I don't know. I was taking Kiki out and I left the door unlocked and it was stolen.
Okay. Then you're going to need like a police report and all that other shit.
Yes, cop. They didn't take anything else. This whole set's fine, but they did take my GoPro.
PK and DK's Point Counterpoint.
Who do y'all think the winner is?
Vote on our Facebook page, facebook.com/PK and DK. And online now at www.pkanddk.com.
Speaking of DK's chipped teeth, this is our buddy, the gingerbread man that we had on the show, that he chipped his teeth. Where did he chip his teeth at?
Singapore.
Like, what's the odds that two people traveling abroad both chip their teeth? What's the odds? I don't know. Depends on the insurance policy from Next Text. Yeah, I'm going to look at that. Grabbing the dog with Chantel screaming in the background from Tyler. Your deductible applies. I won't be able to watch a Jason Bourne movie again without having a mental image of PK running through the street. I jumped into the cab and I told the cab, I'm like, please go. They're chasing me. Knowing I didn't have any money. So then I had to call him from the back of the cab as he's driving me. Can I get the cab driver did ask me, where you going? I'm like, I don't know. Just go that way.
Get out of here, man.
Just go that way. Go that way.
They're after me.
Shit is going down. So then from the back of the cab, I'm like, Ilya or Shmeeze, what's the address? At that point, I had to give him the address, which I think he had to make a U-turn.
Probably.
And then I'm in the back of the cab saying, I don't have any money. Oh, God. Thank God that the guy didn't just pull over and tell me to get the hell out.
Here's my question is... So from what we've gotten figured out, you guys both made it to the hospital, right?
Yeah.
And then y'all both snuck out or left somehow together.
Yeah.
But then somehow Denise made it home without zero money, and you chose to stay behind and
because I wanted to go get vengeance. Yeah. You have to understand at the time.
Neither one of y'all had any money.
At the time, though, in my brain, I'm like, they did this to her, so I had to get vengeance. So I'm like, make it home. Don't worry about me. I think I even told her that. Don't worry about me. I love you. Make it home. And then I tried to find the hospital to get vengeance, but I didn't know where I was. So I was lost.
Oh man, it's awesome.
No, it's really not, because it was like negative 20 degrees. It was cold.
Maybe this is the thing. Look, Tyler says, pretty sure I saw PK Born at the Arizona and A&M game running through the NRG parking lot. Remember you trying to get away from us then? Maybe you think
Oh, that's
Jason
your buddy
Bourne.
Tyler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did do that. Did I do that move there? No, I was just demonstrating. No,
from us.
I was demonstrating my 40-yard dash there. That's what I was doing
You're
there.
like rolling down hills and stuff. You wouldn't be captured. We're 4 of us trying to capture you. You wouldn't let us.
Was I just running? I also don't remember that time. That's the time that like I gave him, like, what did I do? Like you were complaining about for like weeks?
You broke my nose.
I did not break your nose. You're such an exaggerator. I maybe pulled the seatbelt because I didn't want to be in the car and gave him a scab in his nose, and then he read
Do you guys know how severe a scab in the nose
Jesus,
is?
here we go.
Let's just
let's
go
talk
down
about
this
it.
route for 1 second.
No.
I'm in the front seat. He pulls the seatbelt, like, does this to my nose, right? So the next morning, I'm like, oh, my nose hurts. And then I like look in there, and like the whole inside of my nose is scabbed. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so Chantel's like, well, you were saying PK pulled a seatbelt across your face. And I was like, that son of a bitch. I'm like, whatever, not a big deal. So every time I blow my nose, I'm getting mass amounts of blood and like scab out of my nose.
Awesome.
And I had a little runny nose, so I had to do it or I didn't breathe, and I had to be a mouth breather. And who wants to be a mouth breather? Nobody. So then it's been like 3 weeks, legit 3 weeks. And this thing hurts. Like anytime you touch my nose like this, it hurts because it's like digging into there.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah. And
That's
so
my
then,
bad. That's my bad.
So then I Google it.
That's my bad.
I Google it. And it's like, oh, yes, I've had this problem as well. Mine's been around for 5 years. And I'm like, what? And this other person's like, I've been battling with this for 19 years. And I'm
Yes.
like, are you kidding? There's no way to get rid of it unless you like zap your nose with like ice and fire.
Yeah.
I'm not doing any of that.
The saddest day of my life was when he said, like, I don't know, a month, 2 months. How long did you have it for?
Like a month, like almost 2 months.
Almost 2 months. The saddest day of my life was 2 months later. He goes, oh, I finally got rid of it. I'm like, God damn it, man. I thought you were going to have it for 19 years.
Oh, it would have been the worst day of my life.
Dude.
Well, 19 years of my life.
How did you get rid of it for anybody that has a scab in their nose
I have
that's
no
been
idea,
hanging out with me
honestly.
drunk?
I stopped blowing my nose. I just let mucus build up. I mouth breathed a little bit.
PK gets drunk, so blacks out, and thinks ISIS is after him. Sorry. Sick still. Hold on. My bad. You have to understand, I've been battling like this cold. And honestly, can I just be honest with everybody? When we landed here in the States, I'm filling out the form, and they're like, how many goods are you bringing? I'm like, nothing. Like 2, whatever. I'm like, I couldn't buy goods anyway. I'm unemployed. And then it gets to the question that they're like, have you been anywhere close to livestock or animals? And I'm like, oh, shit. Remember when I fed those animals?
Oh, you did.
I fed the fuck out of those animals. That petting zoo, I was pushing kids over. I'm like, eat this.
Oh, he was pushing people out of the way.
This little bastard was like, I'm going to pet the horse. I'm like, I already called the horse, bro.
Yeah, get out of the way of the
Go
horse.
get the sheep.
This tiny little kid that comes up to PK's knees.
Yeah.
And he's like, get out of here, you little runt.
No, I didn't say that. I said I already called the horse, and I've been waiting for the horse.
Yeah.
Wait your turn.
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
So, like, I was feeding him, and the horse is, like, slobbering, and, like, at one point, he, like, bites my finger, and I'm like, ooh. So I give that little kid that tried to cut all my seeds, I'm like, go feed the horse. But I'm filling this thing on the plane. I'm like, oh, damn. No, it definitely have not been.
Then you ate one of those desserts immediately after without washing your hands, and now you have some sort of animal fungus.
I know.
Oh,
I've been sick since I got back. See, I've been sick.
Now I'm spreading?
Now you're getting
I
it.
should
Your
get
roommate
one of
has
those
it. Everybody's
Asian
got
masks.
it.
I need an Asian mask.
Everybody. That's what Denise said.
Oh,
Denise said the
Lord.
same thing. But
screwed.
So that's how. This is our Europe recap show. So I apologize. Usually we get to a bunch of other stuff, but I felt like, it's kind of cool because every once in a while we can just stop down the show and just kind of talk about our adventures. And this is one of those shows. So hopefully it didn't completely suck. Hopefully I answered everybody's questions again. If you joined us later in the show, no, I'm not going to be on hot. No, I'm not mad. Wish them the best. I just wanted to focus on this because I believe that what we have here, especially with Denise and you as well, I think it's something different. It's real. It's fun. It's not, like I said in my post, nothing is, I get so mad, man. I'll see these articles because there's services that provide like fake phone calls and stuff. So, and the news people, they don't do any kind of work. So I'll see these articles about, well, this person called this radio show and said this, but mysteriously they never have their last name and they disguise their voice. Yeah, because they're not freaking real,
Yep.
So I just hate all that fakeness. I think this is awesome. We're doing something out of the damn dining room. Like how more in tune can you get with, how better to connect. Like that's why I wanted to like record a lot of the trip when we were on there. And again, I don't know if you guys enjoy it or not, but I think that, it's kind of cool to take everybody along. So please check out the Daily F. We update it daily, except on the weekends. I'll start working on that. And Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock or 5 Pacific is when we do this show. We're talking to a couple of radio stations about picking it up. We'll see if anything happens. I hope it does. If it doesn't, I'm still happy to be doing it here. And like I said in my post, man, even if I have to work at Taco Bell, so I can do this on the side, that'd be awesome.
Hook it up with some extra sauce. Look at this.
Whatever.
Horizon says, you could say PK's getting a little hoarse.
There you go. What does that mean? Oh, because I fed the little horse?
And you're getting a little hoarse.
I kind of am. I know. You kidding me? The shit's entertaining as hell. Thank you, Sherelle. I appreciate that. And I'll have like a full produced pretty video. Pretty videos is what I call them. Like when it's like really nice. I'll put that up in a couple of weeks. I'm backed up on those. I got a couple of those to do.
Yeah.
I got a couple. I got one from Texas too. Like we did a Texas road trip that was freaking insanely awesome. So, yeah. Anything else that I forgot to mention? You want to do one last roll call? Why do we do a roll call? Why? Because the people must be heard.
I was off in a little bit, but second time, give me a break.
We'll do the damn roll call, bro.
Shit, I'm supposed to do it. Horizon, Denise, PK's here.
Hey.
Rose, half the names are cut off. How does she even do this?
Rose, Cheryl, Megs,
Manuel, Tyler, Adam, a.k.a. Big Head for Tyler. There we go. Adam, Ness, Christy, Sinram.
Grant, what's up, Sid Rob? Sid Rob's new in the chat. Stephanie's in there. Morph Man, what's up? And Jay, Tony, Mary, Raven, Doctor what? Doctor. Hold on, it is cut off.
It's cut off.
Yeah, because most of the names I already know because, these are my buds, but like a couple are new, so I can't actually see what the last part of the doctor is. But what's up, Doctor? Grant, Esteban, Steve. We got some lurkers up in there. 20 lurkers. Yeah. My boys, they be lurking. I'm going to turn that off because that's just, that's all right. And I'm trying to look at any of the pictures. No. Oh, I did want to call you out on something. You're such a jerk. Remember that kid last trip that we saw? He climbed like some radio tower, broke the laws or whatever to get all the way up there?
Yep.
And he asked you to take a picture and to send it to him. You never did, right?
Yeah, I did.
Did you send it to him?
No, like a month later, I sent it to Hagopian, and she sent it on WhatsApp.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh, okay, so I'll take it back of you being a jerk. Yeah, we were just like, do you remember what that place is called? That place was in Barcelona.
But it's called, in English, it's the Bunker in Barcelona.
So look that up if you ever go to Barcelona. It's freaking amazing.
Awesome, yeah.
So yeah, we climb all the way up there and we see these two kids climbing up and just chilling. And it actually looked kind of fun, man. This is again one of those times I wish I was more physically fit so I could do stuff like that.
You got to start puking, man.
I know. Did we find out a good diet in 20 days?
Well, there's lots of people saying lots of stuff.
What is there like? What's the stuff?
There's eat meat, don't eat meat, be vegan, don't be vegan. I mean, there's pick one and just do that one.
Just do that one.
Yeah. Whatever your preference is, because you don't what you don't want to do is do something you fucking hate, right?
That's true.
So pick something that's like all right, but then stick to that one and stick to it, and then you'll be all right. Like, did you like the food on Whole30?
Yeah.
Yeah. So do that.
Yeah, but in 20 days, I feel like Whole30 is a lifestyle change, which is a good lifestyle change. It's one I need. But I don't know that in 20 days it's going to kick in real quick. Like, I need something to kick in like Usain Bolt. Bro, 20 days, bro. I got to get my body right. Get it tight. I want to ride in there, shoulders high. What's up?
I have a friend.
Probably still wouldn't happen, but
I have a friend that sells shit kits.
Shit skits?
Shit kits.
Is that the stuff that you just poop?
Yeah, so like,
I'm not going to lie. Denise has some stuff out there that I told her to put out because I said, since you're going to be gone, I want to poop my brains out.
No, this stuff is like what they give you before a colonoscopy, so it's like completely cleanses you out.
What?
Like it's medically, you have to get it prescribed or whatever. But
let me get some of that.
She slings the shit kits.
Oh,
you
shit.
get one of those things, you'd be like, whoa, it's out, dude.
20 days, bro.
That's how you
All
do
I need
it.
is one.
You need like 5 of those. Do one a week.
You got to talk to the slinging princess of shit.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yep.
I got to give myself some respect for the name.
There you go.
Can you tell your alley story again? Oh, God. PK used to pick up MMA so you could be Jason Bourne. I thought about that, but I got wussy girl shoulders where they always come out, so like I can't really, because I thought about actually doing that. Eat pure things, water, meat without crap. Juice hardcore from Adam.
Spanx.
Yeah. You know what? Don't get me started on Spanx. I have a pair of Spanx. This is how bad Europe got me, bro. I brought my Spanx to Europe, and I went to put it on. I couldn't even put the Spanx on. I'm like, God damn.
I can't believe you packed Spanx.
Damn. 2 pairs, bro.
Why on earth would you do that?
Cause, man, we visiting a friend that's an athlete. I walk in through the door, and he's like, oh, fat friend.
I don't know if Spanx is gonna do like that much.
I
he's
thought it was
like, oh, not fat friend anymore because you have Spanx on.
No, because he didn't see him. It was underneath my pajamas. Dude, I was like this. I couldn't breathe.
What?
Yeah, that's not funny.
Oh, amazing.
Oh yeah.
They shouldn't do that.
Yeah. We didn't tell him how my pants ripped.
Oh, that was awesome.
No, that was not awesome.
PK had some nice slacks, pants.
Slacks, yeah. It was New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
Thank God it happened at the very end of the night.
PK got nice and dressed up and then ripped his ass apart.
Yo, like you could put my head through the rip, and I'm like, I don't even remember how the rip happened, but it happened, and yeah. But it was pretty much, again, like the only thing that I would really tell people is to definitely travel with like some good friends, because it always makes the memories like even better. And definitely follow your heart. Like, don't blame me though if you can't get another job, and we'll see what happens with me. But like, you gotta, like, life's too short to do something that you don't click with.
I would agree.
So that's what we're doing. So we'll see how it goes. Big thanks to every single one of you guys that joined us tonight live. Big thanks to everybody that podcasts the show and checks out, hangs out with us every week and checks out thedailyf.com. This is Shmeeze. DK's gone doing incredible at her work. So, she's probably
sugar mama.
She's gone. She just dropped the call.
She's got to get to work. She's probably drinking.
Yeah.
Let's
hope she keeps her teeth
again. El Manuel.
Hey, yeah, you got some wine.
Necesitas más vino, por favor.
I don't know what you're saying, really. Should I be insulted?
No, you're good.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else. Anything else in the chat that we can see? What are Spanx? Morph. Spanx are something that like sucks in your body. Live a great story. Yeah, cool show. Thank you, Albert. Appreciate it. Love your show, man. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, sir. And I think that's it. I'm probably going to hate myself in like 5 minutes for forgetting to share a couple of stories, but I don't think there is any more. What's our next trip? Is there a next trip on the books? What are we doing next?
We don't have a next. I mean, I don't know. Lots of moving parts here on what are we going to do next.
I know. It depends. Am I going to move? Am I going to be here?
Yeah.
Are we going to move into your place?
Are we going to New York?
Are we going to New York?
I don't know. I kind of want to go to New York again.
Well, fuck it. We'll go to New York.
Or like, could we go to...
Are we going to visit or are we going to work to New York?
No, to visit.
Oh, okay.
You got jobs up there?
Yeah, we line some stuff up.
Like illegal jobs.
No, legal stuff. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting, though. It's going to be. So you kind of just like skated right over the living in your house part, but I appreciate that.
Now I can totally live there in the 90s rooms coming right along.
Yeah.
The art stick made it, so we uncoiled the pictures that look good.
This is like the saddest marriage ever. Like we've lived like 7 of our 8 married years together, like with a roommate, and then we had like a glorious 1 year in the apartment, and then the rest of the marriage is like in a small room in some other guy's house. It's like, really, this marriage is just...
With 90s shit all over the
Yeah, no wonder she's like... with
Nintendo in there, though.
Yeah, you can mess Nintendo right up. Mm-hmm. No wonder she's without waiter, though, right now in...
Manuel.
Hey, Manuel. Hey, you have your own house, though, right?
Would you like some more?
Oh, look at this. You're employed, Manuel. You're employed. But seriously, thanks to everybody. For those out there that are in radio, you put this on. And, yeah, follow it because it's going to be a pretty interesting year. It's going to be interesting. Dodging some bills. Could be real interesting.
Somebody had it right, though. They were like, you should just wear a GoPro whenever sketchy shit goes on.
Yeah, I had a GoPro.
No,
that's what I'm thinking. That's just
like one of those little sleeve things where it's like right here on your head or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I think the battery would die because, again, we went out till 5:40 in the morning. I don't think a GoPro can go that long unless you do, like, pictures or something. Take the show to Sirius XM. Adam, yep. Talking, having conversations. No, don't move. Keep your show in Houston. Serum, thank you. In fact, this is the big difficult thing that I've been struggling with, right? In radio, every time you get a job, you kind of have to move, right? Now, I've been in radio for like a long time. So here's just Virginia Beach to San Francisco to West Palm Beach to Sacramento to Portland to Houston. Houston's been the one town. I love Portland because of the friends and DK's from there, her family. Obviously, Portland's always going to be home. Houston was the first and only city that felt like awesome right out the gate. Portland took me like 4 years to like really, really love, and then I did. Houston, I loved right away, man. That's why we got the tattoos in the back. I love the food. I love the people. I love pretty much every other aspect of my life. So if we could keep it here and then send it out from here or something, that would be my number one thing. But who knows? Maybe we'll just do it for fun and like I'll do, I don't know, I'll be like, garbage men make a lot of money. Ain't no shame in my game. I'll sling some trash.
I mean, you could do other jobs. They don't have to be the lowest of the low. Not saying garbage man is low.
They make like 80 G's or something,
you
bro.
know, you should be a train conductor.
Okay, then I'm always gone.
No, but like, I'm sure you could just get Wednesdays off.
Yeah, but then I don't
Train
think DK
conductors
would be
are cool, dude. You just sit in the front and push buttons and.
No, I kind of feel like that job would suck.
Plus, they make a ton of money.
Because that's something else I've been kicking around. I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's time to say screw it. Because I don't want to also be, a lot of people in radio always end up in like these small markets. I'm like, I'm not doing that. No way. So I've been like thinking outside. I'm like, all right. Like, I've got video skills. I could be a wedding photographer. But then I'm like, oh, you're going to have to deal with like really crazy brides. Yeah. Like, I bet you like 8 out of 10 are awesome. But those 2, I don't know.
Yeah.
Train conductor, you're always on the road.
Toilet paper. Tyler sells toilet paper. You could sell toilet paper.
How do you sell toilet paper? You just like go around
people and be like, hey, would you like some toilet paper?
I thought Horizon said flight attendant. I thought about that, but then I was like, man, if I see somebody on the plane I don't like, I'm going to be like, fuck you, motherfucker, and then I'll be fired. Because there's no way I could serve somebody.
You can't say that to people.
I thought about that too. Like I was walking, swear to God. Because I thought, like, even between radio jobs, it'd be kind of fun to just to do something, just to do it, just to like experience it, right? So I'm walking around Kroger. And they were like, we have interviews today at 3 o'clock and at 6 o'clock, open walk-in interviews. So I'm putting my lettuce and stuff in there because I'm trying to be healthy now. And I'm like, oh, shit, maybe this is like my calling. Because it's just like it just happened. I'm walking down and they're like, they got interviews.
You're like, Denise, she gets back, I got a job. She's like, oh my God, where are we moving? You'd be like,
rocking the mic at the
Kroger.
Kroger. Yeah. Was that sarcasm?
No.
Oh. I feel like that's sarcasm a little bit.
I wonder if you get a bigger discount than just like the number check thing that you do. Right?
But back to the flight attendant, the same thing. Like couldn't work at a restaurant in a town where I know people that I don't like, and the majority of people, let's get this straight, I like. But there's like 3 people that if I saw, I would never be able to keep my cool. As I would serve them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a couple people I'd be like, that's why I couldn't work at a bank either. I'd be like, go fuck yourself. You want to make a withdrawal? I got a withdrawal for you. I'll throw a stapler at him. Then that would be it.
Can't do that. Adam says you should be an Uber driver. And
I thought about that, but my car is 2008, so I think it's too old, and it's a 2-seater. Denise is 2006, so I'm kind of screwed on that. And he won't lend me his car to drive for Uber.
No.
What a friend this guy is.
But I was saying it would be cool if you were an airline pilot, right?
Nah, I can't.
But it would be really cool.
Oh, yeah, where are you going with that?
I mean, you could just be like, you know,
dude, I could run SpaceX. That'd be cool, too, but that's not going to happen.
Folks, this is your Captain PK speaking.
Oh, yeah. We're getting live in this motherfucker. Woo!
Where we going? Get your drinks. I got your coupons. Call at your boy. Coming at you heavy. Have a great flight.
That's fucked up. Dude, tell me you wouldn't want to be on that flight, though.
That'd be awesome.
Tell me you wouldn't want to be on that flight.
See, people be excited and be like, fuck, Captain PK again? This is awesome.
Yo!
Except the old lady's like, oh, no.
Oh, my God. Hold on.
This is the worst ever.
Thanks for your A-plus quality PK impression. Work at Costco, $20 starting off, just saying, from Raymond. Yeah? Become a YouTuber. You don't make a lot of money. Turned out for what? Southwest style. Yeah, I'm sorry. On YouTube, you don't really make a lot of money, though. Strip club DJ? No, we'll never. Although I could probably pull that off.
Kind of fun.
Coming to the stage.
Train conductor. Tyler says train conductor.
No, I'm not going to be a goddamn train conductor.
It's so cool, though.
So why would it be? No, it would be fucking boring beyond all.
You get to go all around the land and like sit behind a train thing and woo.
Nah. And by the way, can we, since we're just bullshitting right now, speaking of train conductors, can we share the story of when you shut down commerce for the entire city of Houston? That's a pretty decent story. You want to talk about my stories? Let's talk about that story.
I mean, if you really want to get into it.
Yes, I do. Please.
Okay. In Cliff Notes. So I had a friend that lived in Dallas, and we actually had equal number of friends in Dallas and equal number of friends in Houston. We would always talk shit about the other city, as in Dallas sucks because of this, and they would say, well, Houston sucks because of this, and so back and forth and back and forth. Well, one of them randomly texted the Houston 3 that lived here and said, hey, I'm coming in tonight. I just bought a car. I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to drive it to Dallas. Do you guys want to go have dinner? Hell yes, we want to go have dinner. So we go to this place called the King Biscuit, which is no longer in business, sadly, RIP King Biscuit. But we went over there, and I mean, we got it real quick. We had, a sandwich or whatever we were having, but we also had wild turkey and Jaeger shots and a few beers.
God damn.
In like 10 minutes. And then we're like, well, screw this. Why go home now? Let's go to the bar. So we decided to go to the bar, and the guy from Dallas doesn't know his way around because he lives in Dallas. And so we get in his nice brand new Lexus.
Oh, the car was the brand new one?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that part of the story.
Yeah. So one of my friends that lives in Houston was like, I'll drive. So it's my Houston buddy driving, my Dallas buddy shotgun, me in the back seat, and then we had our third Houston friend driving by himself. He's going to meet us there.
All right.
So we're driving, and we get over, on Houston Street. Some of the pathways under here, they go under the railroad track as opposed to over. And when it goes under, when it floods around here, as it often does in heavy rain, they just put cones in front of it, and you can't go under because you'll get stuck under there.
You're flooded.
Yeah. So we go that way, and I'm like, oh, man, look at this. This sucks. And so we pull a U, and I'm like, all right, let's just go back down to 10 over here, and we'll go around it. And Craig's like, well, look at this. We can just go up and over it. And I was like, well, you're kidding, right? And he was like, oh, watch this. And so we start going beside where the road is. And
it's like a sidewalk?
It's first, it's like a road that you can access some buildings.
All right.
But then the road ends, and it's just grass that leads at a pretty steep angle up to the railroad track.
All right.
And there's small bushes and shrubberies and such.
So you're Dukes of Hazzarding, and you can just jump right over.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's exactly what he's thinking he's going to do. So then he's like,
hold on.
yeah. So then the guy that is driving is like, this is an SUV, right? This is what this is made for. And the guy that just bought it is like, hell yeah, this is what this is made for, as he grabs onto the oh shit handle.
Yeah.
And I'm back there, and I'm like, guys, terrible idea. This is a terrible idea. Don't do this. Don't do this. This is a terrible idea. And then he guns it. And so he guns the SUV, and we fly, and we're like smushed all the bushes in the way. Like, he didn't go around any of them, just pancaked all of them.
When in doubt, gun it. That's the words to live by.
Yep. We got up to the top, and he hits the first railroad tie, and they look like they're low, but they're like probably almost a foot high steel railroad ties. And there's probably, I think there was 3 separate tracks, so 6 total.
All right.
And so we're flying for a second, and I'm like, oh shit. And then it's the loudest, most like metal to metal sound you've ever heard. Like, it's like a, and then immediately we're stopped. We're not moving anymore. And I'm like, oh fuck. So I get out, and we cleared one of them completely. One of the back tires is stuck on the second one. So we almost made it over one set of railroad tracks.
Yeah.
And then we're completely stuck on the other one, like high centered to where we're just stuck. And so he's putting it in reverse, but you're not going to get over it because it's so high up and your wheel is just hanging. It's not even hardly touching gravel. And I'm like, well, way to go, guys. I mean, this is a very busy area for trains right now. And I was like, you guys, I'm out of here. I was like, because we've all been drinking, and I was like, I'm not going to jail for this. This is stupid. I was like, told y'all not to do this. And
who called? Did the city call to stop the trains?
No. So I told the driver, I was like, you got to call because you did this. And he was like, all right, I'll do it. So he calls 911, and he's like, yo, hey, you guys got to stop the trains from running. And they're like, well, where are you, sir? And he's like, we're on the railroad tracks on Houston. And they're like, yeah, what intersection? And he's like, not on an intersection. I'm on top of the road on the railroad tracks. I'm like, sir, what intersection are you at? And he's like, God damn it. So he hangs up. I'm like, you just hung up on him? He's like, I got to call back. I got to get a different agent. And I'm like, this is not like customer service, bro. And he calls back, and he's like, yeah, I'm on the railroad tracks on top of like Houston Street. You got to stop the trains. And they're like, what? And they're like, rah, rah, rah. So I go back and forth, and he hangs up. And so then we're standing there. And so this whole time, we've been telling our buddy from Dallas that Houston goes hard.
Yeah.
Like, man, Houston goes hard. And so we're standing there, and as his car is sitting there with his headlights on in the dark, on top of railroad ties, stuck on tracks, he goes, well, shit, guys, Houston goes pretty fucking hard. I was like, yep.
Yeah.
And so the cops show up eventually, and they give us a bunch of shit about who's been drinking, who hadn't been drinking. A train starts coming. Luckily, it's a different one, that like another set of railroad tracks.
Yeah.
Then the tow truck driver shows up, and he starts yanking on this thing and putting wood underneath it to make it like ramps and stuff.
So did they stop the trains at all? Oh, they
Mm-hmm.
did. Damn.
That's one of the busiest railroad tracks in Houston.
It's amazing you guys are still alive from Megs. Yeah, I know. Also, still Angie helped me out saying that there's money in YouTube. I am Google Swoozy or Shane Dawson, and YouTube is a waste of money, of time to turn to profit from Horizon. Yeah, but you know what? It gives us going back to my whole situation, it gives us the ability to be able to do this. So, to me, it's kind of worth it. And then, I don't know, we'll see where all this goes. But anyway, thank you guys so much. Appreciate you guys joining us. DK back next week. We'll go back to a normal show. He'll be blogging hopefully tomorrow, and myself as well. And that's it. And that's all, man. Anything else? You good?
That's it.
That's it. Guys, had an amazing week, and we'll see where everything goes from here. All right? See you guys later.
See ya.
It's the PK and DK Show. Catch us live weekdays at 5 Pacific, 7 Central, or at pknddk.com. With replays, podcasts, vlogs, and more.
I asked you to leave, and I'm not gonna say it again. Bye, 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 bye. I'm on the street. I'm telling you goodbye.
Miss, we're on a